The Rewatchables, first one of 2026, brought to you by the Ringer Podcast Network, where you can find the Fantasy Football Podcast with Craig Horlbeck.
Yep, transitioning into the NFL draft offseason show, but we're still going through the playoffs.
Awkward. We're going to talk on, you're coming on my pod, because we're going to take something from my pod this week, too. We're going to talk about playoff fantasy, because I have a wrinkle that I always mention and has never come on. CR?
Yeah.
The Watch, Stranger Things finale.
We did a little bit of that today. Yeah, we did a little heated rivalry. We did a little bit of Landman. And we have a big month. The Pit, Industry, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, all coming this month.
I saw DTF St. Louis.
Okay.
It's not out yet.
The Bateman Show?
Yeah, I got a stealth viewing of that one. Landman was great.
Landman.
Heated rivalry.
Landman,
My wife watched all 6 episodes Saturday and Sunday and was sobbing in the kitchen. I don't know what goes on in that show, but
it's really good.
You watched it?
Yeah.
There's no season 2, right?
Yeah, there will be a season 2.
Well, there will be a season 2.
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of books. They're all based on a book series.
Oh. Great news, Craig. Heated rivalry's coming back.
Great. I did not
wait.
watch it. I had to spend all my time watching the 12 Hours of Stranger Things, but maybe I'll watch it.
Okay. We're doing a mailbag. We did this at the beginning of last year. We did it at the beginning of this year as well. People sending questions to the rewatchables33@gmail.com. They sent a whole bunch of good stuff, and it's coming up next. All right, these are actual questions from actual listeners. Going to start with, it's not a mailbag question, it's more of a comment. It's from Jeff Wood. Has the concept of a movie being rewatchable actually aged the worst? With streaming and cord cutting, we have lost the ability to channel surf. I wonder how many movies I would have only watched one time if I had to go to a streaming service to watch and not catch it by accident. I know I'm not jumping in at the 32-minute mark, that's for sure. And then he says, looking forward to watching Eddie and the Cruisers with you guys, if it's ever on. I get this question a lot. I get it anecdotally. What does a rewatchable mean to somebody? Craig, you're a good generation for this.
Yeah.
Because your generation doesn't channel surf as much as me and CR's did.
Not at all. Channel surfing now as you go, it's too curated now. You can get anything you want. It used to be you went on cable or whatever, you're scrolling, oh, look, A Few Good Men is on. Now, you go to Netflix, you have 500 movies, 5,000 movies to choose from. So you never really stumble into anything anymore.
I also think YouTube killed this a little bit because now
with the clips,
you can just watch the last big action scene from Top Gun Maverick or the bridge scene in Sicario or the border crossing scene in Sicario. And you're not like, ooh, it's on. And I only have to wait 40 minutes for that to happen. So the instant gratification of YouTube really changed it. I would say that when I am with my wife, for instance, we tend to rewatch movies that we love because it's what we agree on. And I think that like when I'm solo, I'm like, I got to watch something new. I got to see something I've never seen before and keep building it out. But when my wife and I are together, we'll be like, let's just put Scream on, or let's just put Jurassic Park on, because we might look at our phones, but like that's...
But you're starting it from the beginning. And when we created Rewatchables in 2017, part of the concept was you're channel surfing.
Yes.
And you come across this scene you can't stop watching, or you see that it's coming on the cable
You're
guide.
waiting for the TNT game to start. Oh, look what's on.
Yeah, because this is the 10th year of the podcast, basically, in 2026. We started in 2017. I'm still going to keep the premise, but I acknowledge that the jumping in during a movie thing is pretty hard now.
I mean, what would changing the premise would be?
The show's
Guys, new title.
It's just
Watchables.
Good movies.
I still have cable.
Me too.
Because we have Spectrum for internet. They offered cable, kept it. I like the cable guide. I got all the movies. I just charged it to Spotify. Don't tell them. It's research.
It is.
But I still like going to the cable guide and zooming through and being like, like the other day, ironically, HBO had History of the World Part 1 on.
Uh-huh.
A movie that I don't think has been on cable for like 10 years. I was like, oh! And watched the second half of that. And I don't even think I would have known it was on HBO Max.
Do you not get the same feeling scrolling through Netflix and seeing what movies they have? Does that not feel the same as scrolling through cable?
It feels 90% the same. The difference is when we were scrolling through and saw History of the World, it was right when they were getting to France
Right.
in the last like 30 minutes of the movie. And I was like, oh my, I gotta watch this.
Yeah.
That feeling's gone.
I will say, oh no, you go ahead.
I also just think the comfort watch has transitioned from I'm going to put on an old movie I love to I'm going to put on an old TV show I love. I think it's now because
Right.
it's so easy to just like throw on The Office that is kind of the go-to. I got 2 hours to kill. I'm going to watch Friends or The Office.
I will say that
I'm there too. Maybe I'm both with TV.
when
and
you were
movies.
doing your big list,
Yeah.
the 50 rewatchables of the 21st century.
What an honor for you to be in the room for that, by the way. I
in our
know-
no prep era here
yeah.
again.
Blind pod.
I will say, do you feel like the last, because cable channels now, I think, are playing more movies from the last 10 years, say.
Yeah.
And those movies tend to be, whether it's Avengers or a Gerard Butler action movie or whatever, we're basically out of the era where you can randomly catch The Firm. And I think that has sort of changed a little bit of my relationship to channel surfing to rewatch stuff. Is because we've now moved into this
It's just Winter Soldier now.
Batman versus Superman is on HBO most of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's one of the things that got me sucked into number 16, Limitless.
Iconic.
Right as he's the pills are in the refrigerator and he's taking them, it's like, all right, this is a fun 20
Sure.
minutes. It's one of the last ones of its era. All right. Brian in Albany.
So we're not changing the name of the show, just to be
No,
clear.
we're
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Brian in Albany. He says, Bill often jokes about certain films being great airplane movies. Limitless, ironically. Taken.
Sure.
There's so any rom-com. There's certain airplane, you have it on, you don't really want to concentrate. It's people getting up, moving around,
Yeah.
but it's like you kind of turn your brain half off.
Like B-tier action movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said, I think that idea should be its own category. You pick the ideal setting and audience to watch the film with. I love this.
Okay.
He said some possible options. First date, When Harry Met Sally. Significant other, Fatal Attraction. Kids, Toy Story. In-laws, The Fugitive. Which I think is really smart. You're hanging out with your in-laws. What are
Sure.
we going to watch? Fugitive. There's no real sex. There's action. Buddy movie, Terminator 2. Airplane movie, Draft Day, Limitless. Ironically, he put in there. Theater, Jaws, The Silence of the Lambs. And then he had Solo, hardcore 8mm parentheses, aka the CR special.
This guy's in Albany.
Yeah.
Him solo watching 8mm.
I love the CR special.
Yeah.
But he said-
Species, that's a solo watch.
Right. Well, he said the category name suggestion could be the Watch Party Award.
Oh.
I like this. So
Uh-huh.
maybe at the top, right before we go into rewatchable categories, like, all right, Watch Party, ideal setting for this. And you kind of pick what it is.
Kind of like after what's the ideal age to watch it. It's like, what's the ideal venue?
I think this
Right.
is
Who
better
are
than
you with?
ideal age, right?
Yeah.
Like This Is the End is a buddy movie.
For sure.
That's like my buddies are in town. We're going to watch This Is the End. I had a couple other ideas for categories though. 5 o'clocker, my dad's
Yeah.
thing for movies
Equalizer.
that weren't quite good enough to watch at night, but good enough when he used to come home from work and he would stop at this movie theater at 5 o'clock and it would always be like some sort of crappy action movie. The buddies in town, This Is the End. Proxy vacation is a big one where you get to go to Hawaii or Alaska or Vancouver or a place you've always wanted to go. That's just go with it.
Paris,
Yeah, Paris. That worst Prada.
Japan for Lost in Translation.
Yeah. Ladies only, the holiday. Like we're just out. My wife's like, my friends here, we're just the holiday was on. We're just all right, I'm gonna leave. Scary movie. And then I added Peanut Gallery.
Oh,
For
yeah.
movies like regarding Henry.
Oh, where you're yelling at the screen.
Yeah.
You're
Kinda-
just
you kinda
making
make
fun of it the
Yeah.
entire movie.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe they did this.
I do think that adds to the experience. Like I watched all of Stranger Things this break, but I watched it with like 5 people and it was way more fun that way. We're all kind of making jokes, throwing
Oh,
out.
that's my wife and I were doing that.
It's so much better that way.
See, I tried to do that with my kids, and they're like, "Shut up, Dad! Shut up!" They thought they were watching.
You don't understand. Vecna's bridging the under upside down.
They thought they were at like a Godfather 1 screening in 1972.
Vecna's just a soldier now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason.
All right, I like that one. We're gonna add Watch Party.
Okay.
Patrick Craig writes in, "Hey, I'm a big fan of the show. I just finished the new Mailbag episodes. This is from a long time ago. All these questions are from the last 12 months. I wanted to confirm that Monsters Ball is the worst movie to see with your parents. I saw it in the theater with my mom when it came out 23 plus years ago. I'm still scarred to this day. And we went because we both saw Raj's 4-star review in the local newspaper. I was trying to think, is that the worst?
Is that the Halle Berry
Requiem
movie?
for a Dream? Yeah. That was when she loses her son and then she has sex with Billy Bob. They had like this crazy sex scene.
Mhm.
Right.
She's like, make me feel good, make me feel good. And she's fucking Bob.
I think I've seen that in a clip somewhere, but I haven't seen that film.
Yeah.
This was not one you'd want to see with the in-laws.
You know, there's some movies that are inappropriate to watch with your parents, but if you're young enough, like they can be like, don't worry about that part. I always think about the Mig scene in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
And how long it took me before I realized what Miggs was throwing, you know?
It was just the slider.
Yeah, it was just like a long 10 years of like, yeah, he just sneezed. You know?
Just mucus.
I mean, over the break, we were debating watching one battle after another with my in-laws, and then I was like, Sean Penn in the first 10 minutes of this movie
boners.
kind of gets a no-hand boner. So I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, Craig's a good litmus test for this because he still hangs out with the in-laws from time to time.
Yeah, like what movies would I watch with Liz's parents is a big factor in what we put on Saturday.
I mean, The Fugitive is perfect. Apollo 13 is perfect.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm going to say rated R probably out across the board if you're with in-laws or like girlfriend's parents.
Yeah, we like Holdovers was a huge hit.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chaz Summers from Orlando, Florida. Chaz with an S.
You're fully doxing these guys. Brian in Albany is on a watch list
they put
now.
their names in.
What's their email?
He says, tell Bill Proof of Life is from 2000. So Zodiac can replace in the top 50. This is for my Rewatchables list. It actually worked out perfectly. I accidentally, somehow Zodiac got cut out and it was in the 30s. And I was moving stuff around. I don't know how that happened. But then I did Proof of Life, which wasn't from 2001 and on.
Right.
I thought it was 2002. I fucked up.
So are you allowing?
Zodiac just goes into the Proof of Life spot.
You're taking Proof of Life out.
I think it's out. It was from the wrong era.
So we're not including 2000s movies, but you're including Zodiac?
Well, I accidentally left off Zodiac, which I was supposed to be in there. So I think it's just a natural fix.
Okay.
For the official list when it's on like basketballreference.com or over in Lance.
Rewatchables reference.com.
Rewatchable movies reference.com.
But Black Hat stays.
Black Hat stays.
Okay.
Why would there be any second guessing about that?
Just wanted to throw it out there.
Thanks for sticking up for me, Sarah. Casey Morgan writes in, I was listening to the Can't Hardly Wait Rewatchables. Joanna Robinson came up with a category. Would a cell phone ruin this movie?
Mm-hmm.
You should expand it to what technology ruins this movie? For example, in Out of Time, a movie we have not done yet, but I know. Yeah.
Yes.
You know Out of Time?
No.
Denzel?
We've been following Out of Time since the Combine.
Yeah.
Great measurables.
Incredible 40 times.
Since the 8th grade AAU tournament. Following it. He said in Out of Time, if Dean Cain had a Ring camera, he would have known Denzel was hooking up with this lady. The Ring camera probably ruins just as many cell phone movies.
Yeah.
Should this be a category? I like it. I think it should at least be test driven. I don't know if it moves into the main, but maybe it goes into the flex. But I had a couple ideas for this. The Sarah Connor, if we want to, like, it needs a name. It can't just be Would Technology Ruin the Movie? Is it the Sarah Connor Award for Does Technology Ruin This Movie? If she has a cell phone, they're getting a hold of her right away.
Yeah, I mean, I think cell phone, Die Hard is a big one where cell phones would come into play. For me, when I was thinking about The Firm is the last movie right before like file sharing or file transfers become digital. So
like Dropbox?
Entirely hinges on fax machines.
Yeah.
And if you just had email, like, is The Firm basically like, yeah, we're all good. You said the email, like,
movie's over.
Yeah, movie's over.
He's not getting chased.
A lot of movies where there's any wire fraud or, across state lines transfer, and any movie where someone's like, here is a letter that explains everything that will be sent to the press in the event of my death.
Yeah, pre-internet crime changes a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, even Home Alone, like if he had a phone, like everything would have probably been fine.
Yeah, and they would have had him on Life 360.
Yeah,
he would have been following
nothing.
I had two more for this, though, because I want to figure out who to name it after, because I like it. It would be funny to name it after Denzel in Out of Time, a movie that anyone's barely seen. But Sarah Connor's good. The Reggie Hammond Award, we don't have a 48 Hours, my favorite movie. You can see, was it?
Where'd it go?
Oh, it fell underneath. It's behind Craig. 48 Hours. Reggie Hammond's just gone for 12 hours in that movie when they get separated.
Yes.
And then it turns out he's at the nightclub. He's like, I know you don't know about this. It's a popular place with the brothers. When he's talking to Jack Cates, he's at Broman's. But Jack can't get a hold of him for 12 hours
Of
because
the
they don't have
48
cell phones.
yeah.
Now if they have cell phones, he'd be like, where are you, motherfucker?
Yeah. Do you think they could have found Jaws? Like, would Jaws just have been tagged and like drone struck
Yeah,
in
I mean,
20
any
minutes?
serial killer movie, probably it's like all that stuff where it's like, this man, he wants something that he can't have. And it's like, no, he has DNA and we would just find
Right.
it, you know?
The other one I thought would be good for this is the end of Good Will Hunting. Affleck sets the scene up when they're having construction.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
doing construction. He's like, you know what the best part of my day is? Every day I walk and I go to pick you up and I'm hoping you're not there. And so he sets it up for later when he goes to pick him up and Will's not there. And he looks through the window and then he does that Ben Affleck. Really goes for the supporting actor award. Now he'd just be on a cell. Like that scene would just be him on a cell. Yo, where are you?
Yeah.
And it's completely ruined.
You check his location.
Will's just like, I got to go see about a girl.
Yeah. So who is this named after? Is it Sarah Connor? Is that the most
Sure.
obvious
Yeah,
one?
it's a good one.
We don't have Sarah Connor in an award. Okay. Matt Katz has a new category. This is good. It ties into earlier. The Replacements Cheerleader Tryout Award for most awkward scene to be playing when someone else walks in the room. So it's just a normal movie you're watching, but they walk in during the precise worst scene that ever could have happened. And he explains, I was watching that scene. My wife walked in without context. It's completely ridiculous. Terrible acting by the strippers. Sudden random 90 music. My wife looked confused, then backed away and slowly exited.
We could also call this the because I did this, the Poor Things Worst Movie to Watch on a Plane Award.
Oh, yeah.
I watched Poor Things on a
Oh,
plane.
no.
I kind of knew what I was getting into, but not fully. Every single scene of Poor Things is probably the worst time to walk into it. But this is a great category.
He also suggested the domestic abuse scene in The Godfather or Will Hunting on the couch pretending he was molested. I was thinking, oh, Papa, who are you? And somebody just walks into that. Like, what are you watching? But I wanted to name this one. Maybe it sticks with replacement cheerleaders, but I wanted the He Got Game Hooker Award. He Got Game is just going great.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then there's the 5-minute crazy hooker scene.
Yeah.
So you're talking about more of like an incongruous, like,
You're soloing.
right. But like the scene, it shouldn't be like, oh, somebody walks in right at the car accident in Hereditary.
Yeah, is it this scene is not
That's a
representative
good one,
of the,
too.
Yeah.
So it's not just inappropriate.
But the car accident in Hereditary is appropriate for the movie.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. And also, if somebody walks in and they're like, oh my God, is the car accident about to happen? Then you know you've found your life partner.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it's like the He Got Game hooker scene
Yeah,
kind of
that's good.
level thing. I don't know. Maybe we get some ideas from the listeners for that. But how about the Replacements cheerleader tryout's pretty good. Anyway, good idea. Daniel writes in, I reread your original Miami Vice review for page 2. I actually went up and looked at this after he wrote it. I did a summer movie article for page 2 in 2006. I wrote about like 5 movies. You gave it a C+ and called it a sleek, humorless, dreary cop movie with no real connection to the TV show. You also wrote that Jamie Foxx has no chemistry with Colin Farrell at all, to the point that every time Fox looks at him, you could almost see him thinking, wow, I can't believe the guy made it to the set today. The last time I saw him, it was 5 a.m. and he was shotgunning a bottle of Bushmills and snorting blow off one of the extras. What a waste of Jamie. This is still me writing.
Yeah.
What a waste of Jamie Foxx. It's unbelievable. Then he says, now you love this movie. I'm not even making fun of you for this. Just curious, have you ever had a bigger flip-flop on a movie? We talked about this when we did the pod.
Yes. And also,
I didn't like it for 8 years.
Yeah, you're not running for Congress. You're allowed to change your mind about this. You know?
Well, it did make me think like movies, they're not quite flip-flops. They're more movies that just needed
Slow
to be,
burns.
They evolve.
needed to be in the oven for a while. Because
could-
Limitless was like this for me too. I thought Limitless was fine.
Yeah.
And then about 5 years later, I'm like, oh, Limitless. But Miami Vice is number 1 for me.
It goes back to you talking about how we don't rewatch movies anymore. So now it's kind of just your first impression of the movie is kind of your only impression of the movie because you're not just flipping through cable and you're like, oh, Limitless, I'll give that another shot. You don't really do that anymore.
No.
So it's tough. This could be a whole month on the rewatchables, movies that I didn't like at first.
Movies that stayed in the oven for me. I had 3 more for me.
Oven movies.
Black Hat.
Yeah.
Black Hat, we've made the case.
We saw it in the theater and we were like, man, I don't know about that one, you know? And then I think over like multiple viewings, it's really emerged.
This was the case we made to Sean. It's not your fault. It's Black Cat's fault.
Sure.
Because you just need to watch it 4 times to fully figure out what
I
happened.
think the first time we saw it, I don't know if we understood like more than 30% of
Nah.
the dialogue.
No, I didn't understand it until my 5th viewing. I also had Miami Vice Black Hat. This is the end. I liked it the first time, but like the third time, it was really when it kicked in. And then the other one, we haven't done the rewatchables, but it's on the list, is Public Enemies.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I didn't like it that much the first time I saw it, but I think that movie's really good.
It's not
now.
dissimilar to Black Hat in that there's a little bit of like a because they're both kind of mumbling throughout the movie. So there's a lot of like, wait, what did he say? Stuff going on. It's also when you first see Public Enemies, you're like, the music is pretty like jarring because it's pretty rock for a 1930s movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely.
So what's your number one movie you changed your mind on over the years?
The movie The Nice Guys went from like that was all right to now one of my favorite movies.
That's a really good one.
Fully agree. Yeah.
Both guys' movies, because I feel that way about the other guys too.
Oh yeah.
The other guys, I was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And now I think it's really good, and I actively seek it out.
There's
Do you have one?
There's a lot of comedies now that because there's been such a dry spell of comedies, I now go back to movies like Neighbors. I'm like, I like Neighbors a lot more now, actually.
Yeah. Funny People was another one for me where I was disappointed by the last 40 minutes. We talked about it in the top 50.
Even Booksmart, I go back and I'm like, you know what? Booksmart was pretty good. I like Booksmart.
I'm trying to think of one that's like a little bit more underrated, but yeah, I mean, Nice Guys is a perfect example of a movie that I was really hyped for, felt a little let down by when I first saw it, and now has become one of my favorite movies of the last 25 years.
I almost wrote down Black Rain for this. But then I kind of went back into my brain when I first saw Black Rain. And I was like, no, I actually thought that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I saw Black Rain. Andy Garcia's head got chopped off by a machete by a guy on a motorcycle. Spoiler. He got beheaded. It's at the 45-minute mark. That movie's amazing. All right. Next one's from David Snow. The endings of movies are often... This one, by the way, buckle up for this one.
Oh, I have one. The one, Shutter Island. Shutter Island is a movie. The first time I saw it, I was like, that was cool, but kind of dreary. And it's way better, A, when you know the twist, and B, when you're like, I'm fucking going to Shutter Island.
Interesting. I've never seen it. And the reason why is because somebody spoiled it for me. And I was like, how good can it be if you know the twist?
It's awesome.
What was the best movie you ever spoiled for anybody?
I spoiled something. What did I spoil for Maze in a blog post by accident? Cabin in the Woods. I spoiled Cabin in the Woods for all Grantland readers who hadn't seen it.
Wow. Do you have a good spoiler?
College professor spoiled The Sixth Sense for me, which fucking sucked.
But I've never. That's a really tough one.
Tough.
And since then, I've always kind of tried my best. It's also, that's another problem now. If a movie came out 10, 15, 20 years ago, there is no way anybody could go into it now for the first time without knowing a major spoiler.
Half the articles on the internet right now are, we need to talk about the ending of a movie that is playing in two cities.
I saw the last minute of Eddie and the Cruisers accidentally before I saw the movie. So I always knew what the ending was.
Right.
But my best spoiler ever was, I've told this story, but Jacko, my buddy Jacko, my college roommate.
Yeah.
We were, I think it was like New Year's Eve, 1995. And he was giving me shit. He was pissing me off. And I got mad. I was like, Kaiser Soze is Kevin Spacey. And he was like, what? What the fuck? And I just completely ruined the movie for him. I forget what he said. I think he made fun of the Red Sox. It was something mean-spirited.
Also, things get memed so quickly now. Like, if you don't see a movie in the first 2 weeks, like, you know half the things that happened.
Yeah, that is true. David Snell writes in, this is a buckle upper. The endings of movies are often pretty lazy, cliched. In Heat, Pacino should die and De Niro should live. Just throws that out.
Wow.
Then it's a 10 out of 10 movie. In True Romance, Clarence should die. Then it's a 10 out of 10.
Well,
in Shawshank Redemption, it should end with Red Under the Tree. Then it's a 10 out of 10, not a 9 out of 5, 9.5. Movie producers and test audiences have too much influence. Pacino should die and De Niro should live. Did we ever really go down this rabbit hole?
I mean, I think that De Niro dies because he doesn't adhere to his own code, right? Like, he lets his emotions get the better of him, goes back for Waingro, is concerned about getting Edie out of town, and that's why he fails, whereas Pacino, saves Natalie Portman, but still is hunting for De Niro.
I think you could argue, if you flip it, Pacino dies because he couldn't give up the rush of chasing after guys like Neil, Neil gets away, but he loses this one thing that would have been the love of his life.
Right.
And now he's back to his whole life is just about the heat being around the
Right.
corner. It's interesting.
But
They should have done an alternate ending just to fuck with us. Just put it on YouTube 15 minutes.
But is the
years
complaint
later.
that like narratively this was wrong for the movie, or is this guy just bummed that De Niro dies because he's cool?
Well, I think that, but that's why this is kind of stupid. What's not stupid is Clarence dying in True Romance, I think.
Well,
You
that was a script, right?
Yeah. And I think they changed it because I can't remember the reason. We covered this when we did the pod
I
8
think
years
that
ago.
it was just Tony Scott was like, we got to give people a happy ending here. It's not Reservoir Dogs.
The Shawshank Redemption is ridiculous.
So is
I'm
this
completely outraged that
Wait.
anyone thinks that should end with Red Under the Tree.
I think it's an interesting question with the wrong examples. It's an interesting question about movies that are almost perfect or really, really great that get knocked down a spot or two
Because they took the easy way out with the
or
ending.
because this happens a lot with horror and sci-fi where it asks a bunch of questions for the 75% of the movie, and when it has to answer them, it kind of flails around a little bit. Like a really good example of this is this Danny Boyle movie, Sunshine, which has like 3 or 4 of the best scenes of any sci-fi movie you'll see outside of 2001, and then an ending that makes no sense and is basically like a slasher.
Yeah,
movie.
it's just like, does it stick the landing? It's really hard for horror. Or it's like the show Lost. It's like you can ask all these amazing questions, then it's like, can you really answer all of them?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a horror guy, but one of my favorite movies growing up, and I watched a ton of times, is Signs. The ending of Signs, you know, they're allergic to water is kind of one of the biggest letdowns, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the category. It's like fumbled it at the 1 yard line.
There's also with the big franchise movies now, they end 5 times. So like the last movie of a trilogy or a franchise, like, you know, Return of the King is a great movie, but Return of the King ends for like 40 minutes.
It does.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises, I feel like has a bunch of endings kind of.
I just watched Lord of the Rings for the first time this break.
Did you really?
All 3 of them.
Did you like them?
I did.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Have you seen them?
No.
Watch them on your flight to Japan.
Yeah. I'll get on it. I wrote down that this could be the Let JP Win the Final F1 Race Award because we just talked
Yes.
about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
It could be called the Clarence Worley Should Have Died Award, or it could have been called the Liam Neeson's daughter should have just become a Saudi Arabian heroin whore award for Taken. Like he just never finds her. She just passed out for the next 10
Arabian
years. Yeah.
heroin
She wasn't even
whore.
captured by the Saudis.
Whatever it was.
Saudi Arabian heroin whore.
I like the Clarence Worley Award though.
Sure.
Because I think that's a really good topic about
Yeah.
whether he should have died or not. So I don't know. I'll put it in the flex. We're going to take a break and then we'll do the next batch. All right. Next email is from Bo in San Francisco. Spells it B-O.
Okay.
Some people do the B-A-U.
The French spelling.
B-A-U.
Yeah.
Other people just go B-O. I don't know. What would you do? If you had a son named Bo, would you go the B-O or would you do the B-E?
I think I'd probably go B-O, even though B-E-A-U is definitely fancier.
No,
By the way, Bo
I-
Horlbeck's a strong name.
Bo Horrible. I think he goes Boho. I don't know if that plays.
Yeah, that's probably not good.
Bo Jackson, Bo Nix.
Yeah, B-O.
B-O's
that's
pretty
nice.
good. Anyway, Bo says, was rejamming the Saving Private Ryan episode earlier. I guess that was the rewatchables we did. Rejamming.
Was rejamming it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know if that's-
re-crank.
The Rejammables.
He wanted to throw out a suggestion for a subcategory. The Earn This Award for awkward movie quote that should have been vetted by William Goldman first. So
Okay.
just like a really bad quote from a movie that we were like,
Mhm.
somebody, the producers needed to step in.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I was thinking, way to go, Paula! Way to go! That would have been a good Earn This Award, but I couldn't think of any other ones of just terrible quotes in movies. Anyway, keep moving. Mitch Schaub, he suggests the Was It Over When the Germans Bombed Pearl Harbor Award for when Bill messes up a name or a quote, but everyone is just like, forget it, he's on a roll. It's pretty good.
Did you say the Germans bombed Pearl
No,
Harbor?
I don't know. Well, that's Belushi says that. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Really weird email from Chris L. He said, y'all need to do a Demolition Man episode. It was a TBS TNT staple growing up. I probably watched it way too young. In first grade, my teacher was obsessed with penguins. Everyone in our class had to create their own penguin alter ego for the year.
What?
I went with a rockhopper penguin dressed as Simon Phoenix. Simon has bleach blonde hair. Rock hoppers have yellow
I don't
feathers.
know
It
anything
tracks.
that's going on right now.
I was proud of this thing. Walked to the front of the class, presented it, and got absolutely nothing. No laughs, no nods, no recognition. Just a room full of blank 6-year-old stares. At the time, I was crushed. Don't crush me a second time. Put Demolition Man on the schedule.
That seemed more like he wanted to tell that story and then put Demolition Man and request in there.
So you think Chris L made it up?
No, I mean, that sounds pretty specific. I don't know how
It's
you
pretty
would
young
make
to
that
watch
up.
Demolition Man.
I've never seen it.
I mean, I did show my son Halloween when he was like 5, but maybe not want to judge here. But anyway, Demolition Man has kind of been in the mix.
Yeah, I think it's you're going to make your way through the Sylvester Stallone filmography.
Yeah, I was thinking it's at some point you got to pad Stallone's stats a little bit, like
It's a
the Rams
project for
padded
you.
Matt Stafford yesterday. With
Sure.
like he needs 2 more touchdowns.
Right.
I know we're on the 1-yard line, but maybe we could run a
So you
complicated.
do or don't care about the NFL MVP award?
I just think it's
So you
now
think-
become a logic test.
So you think putting up stats against easy opponents should not be counted towards an MVP?
I just think they were chasing the MVP yesterday, playing 3-win Arizona. This is a great one. It's from Zach. He left no other information. It's just ZACH. Could be
You're
Zach
safe,
Love.
Zach.
Probably Zach Love.
Category idea. Best hang, worst hang. Pick a category from the movie who would be best hang and worst hang, or best hang or worst hang. For example, Hereditary. Charlie would probably be a pretty bad hang.
Yeah.
Making that clicky noise with their tongue constantly, decorating roadkill while you're trying to watch the game. Dietary restrictions and negligence means you're probably running to the hospital after she takes a handful of peanuts while watching a Nuggets game.
Nuggets game.
Payman, the king
I'm
of
just
hell.
trying to watch Aaron Gordon. God damn it.
Jesus, you're overdosing again. Payman, the king of hell, would be a good hang. Would have some surefire betting tips, some cool stories about people down and help them. And he wears the crown.
Okay, so we have to nominate
Zach.
best hang and worst hang of every movie. I
Yeah.
like that. That's good.
I think it could be a flex if there was a movie in
Payman,
the
huge
big
Avalanche fan. Loves the Avs.
loves when guys mix it up. I don't mind best hang, worst hang.
no, it's good.
I think that could go in the flex at least.
Sure.
This is great. Chris T said, new category. If this film had an after credit scene like the MCU, what would it be?
Mm.
You'd need to start off with at least a suggestion of Heat's after credit scene. Thank you for the years of entertainment. So I wrote some stuff down for Heat, and then you feel free to add. Vincent Hanna was divorced 3 more times and died after his nasal cavity caved in from too much cocaine. That was one.
Oh, wait, so you're doing like the title card, like the
Yeah, the
written
title
text
cards.
of what, okay.
Yeah.
Edie used Neil's money to launch 8books.com. Edie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Chris was murdered by gamblers after losing a Vikings tease in the Gary Anderson game in 1998. And then Kelso became a billionaire when he created Reddit.
Yeah.
Because it's all out there.
It's all out there. Just got to grab
But
it.
I would totally have watched the Heat after credits.
Yeah. I mean, in the typical MCU one, it's either teasing a sequel or
Yeah.
it's some sort of like lighthearted, like we're all just eating after like this crazy moment.
It's basically what happens the next day, but as a scene. Or
So
Like
it's
I would
not-
like to see John McClane and Holly McClane instantly start fighting like 5 minutes after he saved her
So that
life.
would be the MCU after credits, just an extra scene?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's either a
It's
tease
not like a
for
here's
the
what
next
happened.
thing.
no,
for-
no.
It's a tease for the next movie, or it's like we're just having Euros now because we just saved the world.
Yeah. Like the end of every Arrested Development episode kind of did this. They would do like a little closing tease or joke for the next episode, kind of.
Should we start doing that?
I'm not against.
Or should we start doing that for rewatchables? Like the rewatchables ends and then it's
and
like
then
a-
it's just like a cold exit.
Yeah, cold exit.
I like that.
I'll work on that one. What were we gonna say?
Oh, I just would. I'm pretty into every time a movie ends when it's just like title card with this person went on to do this.
That's
this,
what
and
I
this.
thought
I
that
love
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like Stripes.
Yeah,
When they go through all the people in Stripes. But that's like an 80s,
like
90s
Vincent
thing. I don't
Hanna,
feel like they
like
do that anymore.
open little doms.
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah, they usually only do it for like true stories now where they actually tell you like what ended up happening to Billy Bean and Moneyball.
Perry McD had a question about the sure thing. He said the most obvious unanswerable question is what was the sure thing doing as Gibb made his way across country? Fair point.
Great
That's a really
question.
good question.
Smoking hot lady waiting for 2 weeks for
Yeah.
this guy to
Tanning.
drive cross
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
But I came up with an even better question after listening closely to the closing dialogue on my 73rd viewing. Did Gibb actually sleep with the sure thing?
Mm.
After the professor reads his essay, which is not given as having to be completely factual, Allison said, "You didn't sleep with her." Gibb said, "You still seeing Jason? We broke up." "That's too bad. You didn't sleep with her." Gibb says, "She wasn't my type." Notice that he never says no.
It's not a no.
Evidence for Gibb sleeping with her. She was every man's type. You're not backing down after cross country, and you just saw the girl you loved go off with her boyfriend who ostensibly have sex, and they had no chance. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I actually think, I would say it's 55-45. He probably had sex with her and then was just never going to tell her. Never going to tell
I'm trying to think of other movies that have ambiguous conclusions like that because, like,
But did you feel like, I've seen that movie a million times. That never occurred to me.
I never thought Gibbs
that he
slept
actually
with her.
did have sex with her.
No.
You never thought he slept with her.
If anything, I think Gibb was a virgin, which he says he's not. He says he's had sex with like 6 people. But I if anything, I thought he was like, that was driving all this anxiety.
Yeah, the heart of the movie leads you to believe there's no way he does that. But he's in that really cool room surrounded by beer, empty beer bottles. You know what I mean?
It's Craig's favorite rewatchable of 2025.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did your list? You tweeted a list. You had a couple that you loved.
Sure Thing, the Sunset Sunrise duo.
Yeah. Craig's a sensitive guy.
Most Bizarre was Species, but I enjoyed it. Blue
You
Chips.
love Species.
Love Species. Blue Chips. Yeah. Good hang or bad hang? The Species woman.
The actual Natasha Henstridge?
No, the character. Where's she?
I think if you can keep her
calm
without her like biological imperative kicking in, I think she's probably a really good hang.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly not opposed to partying in a bar. And
She
not
loves
wearing a lot of
chocolate
clothes.
pudding.
Yeah.
Could you have tricked her into wearing a condom? And she would think like, why am I not getting pregnant? So she wouldn't kill you yet because you haven't inseminated her. Like if you just wore a condom and had sex with her a couple times, maybe she would have no idea.
Wow, that's a great idea.
Well, what is it? Isn't
She's
she
not
like,
aware of condoms.
But she knew right away
contraception?
that she was inseminated
Yes.
because she was like, it's happening.
But if she finds her, if you figure out that you're her dream partner, you put on a condom, tell her this will help.
do you really want to be the guy who's been lying to her though?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that she would ever rest?
I think the guy is dying at some point after the encounter.
Yeah.
It's just a
yeah,
matter how
the
long
guy,
he can
the
hang
LA
on.
club guy, was he have diabetes or something? Is that why she kills
yeah.
him?
She can sense it.
Yeah, it's insensitive.
Tough fee for
It is.
diabetes.
It really is.
Jonathan G in New Jersey.
It would have been funny if he was like a Jets fan and she's like, no. she's
Fantasy?
she's
No.
making out with him and sees a Jets poster behind him. And she's like,
She
no.
looks at his Twitter and he's just like, we got to keep Aaron Glenn.
Do you see Todd McShay, who does stuff with us at The Ringer? He had a whole thing today about how Dante Moore should not come out if it's the Jets.
Yeah.
I kind of think that
Nobody
that
in
might
the
happen.
draft should want to play for the Jets. It's just like shots fired at fantasy. He's just sitting here after a holiday having a great time, getting ready to do movies. Have you not? Oh, this is from Jonathan G in New Jersey. How have you not done an episode of the unwatchables yet? Like the rewatchables, but for awful movies, categories would be parallel opposites. For example, most unwatchable sequence, what's aged the worst? I guess those would stay the same. Bradley Beal Award for which actor just wanted to keep getting them checks. The George Lucas Award for milking a prequel or a sequel. The Jake Delhomme Award for character which ruined every scene they were in.
Oh
the
my
inverse
God.
of the Deion Waiters Award. Just fucking drive-by shooting at Jake. I'm sure you'll come up with many more. We need this so badly for Caligula. I was thinking, who lost the movie is funny, and then would this movie have been better or worse with? Would this movie have been worse with Ryan Reynolds or Adam Driver?
That's a very you way of looking at it, thoh. I like
But Adam Driver, the king of movies that make no money.
Oh, I like Adam Driver.
But Adam Driver rules.
Hey, win some games. I'm a win-loss record guy. Couple wins in there.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and who then? You like Ryan Reynolds too?
I don't know. I don't like modern Ryan Reynolds, but look, when Deadpool came out, did I like it? Yeah.
All right. Well, who would this movie have been worse with blank or blank?
This is tough. This is brutal.
Chris is like, I don't know. I have so many friends in the industry.
No,
I
that's not
probably
what I'm
can't
trying to
answer
think
this
of. I'm
question.
trying to think of like what
Well,
somebody who turns me off to a movie.
This is so. Is it like The Rock and someone else?
The Rock's good.
Yeah, The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock's good.
It's like The Rock and
Would this movie been the worst with The Rock or Vin Diesel?
Yeah, that's it. It's just Fast
Yeah.
Like
Six
Vin
or whatever
Diesel
it
and
is.
Regarding Henry. Really good email from Samuel Kaplan. He says, first, my son and I really love the show. Shout out to the Kaplan boys. For several years, we've had a tradition of listening to it while we get bagels on the weekend. And most other times when we were driving, just the two of us.
That's
Love
nice.
the father-son bonding. Wanted to express our appreciation. Thank you. Second, wanted to suggest two categories. One is the Mark Holton Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo Award for the best contribution by a performer with 2 or fewer lines.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Man.
I think that goes in flex and we just keep an eye on it for a while.
It's like, it's whatever. Is that like even a smaller Dion Waiters contribution?
Yeah. Well, I remember when I think I did
is
Naked
that a
Gun
Colin
with Kyle.
Gillespie award? Like,
well, I'd like the it's Enrico Palazzo award because that guy had one line and it's the funniest line in the whole movie. So I think there's something there with that. And then he had, CR's going to fucking love this one. The other is the Rick Cicchetti Guard Meet Award for the most memorable death by a security guard or other bystander whom the movie treats as inconsequential, but who probably had a spouse and kids who loved him.
What movies?
Oh my God.
So he's the guy Carl kills, the security guard, to distract him from the Lakers game. There's like, hey, what about the Lakers in Die Hard? He's like, hey, what's going on in the Lakers game? That guy has 2 lines and just gets murdered.
Kareem to Worthy, 2 points.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's really good. He probably had a spouse and kids who loved him.
The last couple of Stranger Things, there's like 160 U.S. military service people are murdered by children. And there's no remarks upon them whatsoever.
No funeral.
It's like the worst military days in Shiloh.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
A lot of questions about that.
I'm going to put both of those in flex.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mark Johnson said, I was listening to the Speed episode the other day and noticed toward the end, you basically spelled out the plot of The Hunt. I think the writers were listening. I don't know if this has already been pointed out to you, but you might be due some royalties. I have no recollection of this.
The Hunt.
Apparently, the movie The Hunt that came out in 2020, we gave the exact premise during the Speed Rewatchable.
Speed?
Yeah, we did Speed it was like the first 10
like
episodes.
I'm trying to even
did.
make the connection of how like we would have had like
we must have gone on a tangent and come up with some sort of idea.
Oh, wow.
And then 3 years later, The Hunt. I don't know if I did that, but I know I created The Purge.
Yes.
The Purge I created. I know for a fact. Never cut it on the world.
When did you create The Purge?
Kevin Wilds and I had this idea for it called Leap Year, where every 4 years there are no laws or rules.
Right.
2 years later, The Purge happened. Coincidence?
Did they ever do a
I don't
Purge
know.
leap year? Did that ever
See, if
happen?
they did that, then it's like,
You
now
can
I
sue.
can sue.
Yeah.
New category from Peter DeWolf. The Phoebe Cates single-handedly putting young men through puberty award. Other winner, Lesha Cuthbert and The Girl Next Door. And I wrote down Apollonia, Linda Hamilton, Shannon Tweed, and Halle Berry would be 4 other ones. I really like this. I'm putting this in flex.
My personal would be Sharon Stone and Basic Instinct.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Margot Robbie, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this category. We'll start following it in the AU tournament, see if there's something special there. This is a long email from Nicole D, but I'm doing it for Mallory because she listened to the Witness Rewatchables and had to share this story. She was a sophomore at Harvard in 1995-96 range. Harrison Ford coming to campus because he won the Hasty Pudding. Guy in my dorm was on the stage crew, invited me to go to his date. Big Harrison Ford fan, blah, blah, blah. I'm walking in the after party after the Hasty Pudding show. Who should be walking in right at the same time as me but Harrison Ford?
Okay. Starts off well.
It's super loud. So I go up to him and lean toward him and say, Mr. Ford, you're the cutest carpenter since Jesus. He can't hear what I say. So he leans into me and puts his hand on the small of my back.
It's
parentheses. I'm literally dying thinking about it again, hence the all caps. And says, excuse me? So I lean toward his ear again and say again, you're the cutest carpenter since Jesus. And with his hand still on the small of my back, all caps, he gives me that Harrison Ford smile and says, oh, you're sweet, and walks away. And then she writes, greatest moment of my life, second only to my kids being born. And now that I know he was a legendary stick man, I can't believe what I missed out on. Smiley face. Huge fan of the show. Just a great email from Nicole D.
This should be your move at Staples next time you go to a Lakers game and somebody's like, Bill,
Small of the back,
Bill,
go right for the small of the back.
and then just go, you're cute. He's like, what?
I can't wait till Marilyn hears that. All right, these are great. This is from Todd Conrad. This might be the best email of the bunch. He has category ideas. Buckle up, CR. The Dennis Peck Relationship Test Award. The ultimate fidelity test between your movie's romantic leads. Captured by Richard Gere's own Dennis Peck from Internal Affairs. Sure, John McClane might be able to hold on to Holly no matter what, but Dennis Peck is fucking Sally when Harry Burns is at work. On a scale of no thanks to I'm going to teach your wife how to come, we assess just how strong our romantic leads would realistically be when faced with the Peck test.
We got to do it for stuff like Before Sunrise.
Peck test.
Really
Don't leave her alone with Dennis Peck.
if Julie Delpy runs into Richard Gere while Ethan Hawke is getting coffee.
It's over.
Yeah.
I love the Peck test so much. That's just great. And he keeps going. The Bill Paxton Game Over Man Game Over Award for Best Hysterical Outburst.
That's from Aliens, which we haven't done.
I gotta say, Bill Paxton is the most suggested. Can you name a category after Bill Paxton actor? I think he's just absolutely the most beloved non-A+ lister
Oh, absolutely.
in Rewatchables history. People love him. And then This Looks Like X Location, but was definitely shot in Long Beach Location Scout Award. And he writes, as a Long Beach resident, I'm tired of my beloved city being treated like Hollywood's side piece, blocking off all our streets without getting their flowers, Gone in 60 Seconds, Lethal Weapon, Anchorman. Lists a whole bunch of movies. It's Todd Conrad. The Dennis Peck relationship test. I can't wait. Next time we do a rom-com, we're bringing Dennis Peck.
I'm just like running through like Dennis Peck and Royal Tenenbaums. You know, like-
The Notebook, he shows up.
Notebook's over in 40 minutes.
This fucking Gosling gets back and it's like Dennis Peck is
I built
sitting-
this fucking house for you. Peck walks out.
Josh in Atlanta. He said, I think the best case for Cruise being able to do Before Sunrise, because we argued about that,
Oh, yeah.
whether Cruise could have been Before Sunrise. He says, Vanilla Sky. There's a crucial scene early in the movie where he meets Penelope Cruz's character at a party, stays up all night falling in love with her at the airport, doesn't sleep with her. He's so charismatic, and it's unlike any other romantic scene featuring him I can think of, so Cruise gets my vote. That's a really good point. Cruise is really good in that Vanilla Sky stretch where it's the most rom-commy he is in a movie other than Jerry Maguire. And then Jerry Maguire is playing a maniac.
Yeah,
But I
I mean,
thought
I guess
that was
risky
pretty
business,
strong.
but yeah, I mean, I
Well,
think
he's young and risky
sure.
business. But yeah, so does that change your vote for Before Sunrise?
I don't remember what my vote was.
I think we settled on Hanks.
Oh, in that sense, yeah, I think Hanks. But it definitely is worth thinking about. Vanilla Sky's an outlier.
Caden D. He has two category ideas that could pop up in the flex section. The first is basically the anti-Coach Finstock Award. I call it the Mr. Miyagi. That advice actually sucks ass award for worst life lesson, or advice that everyone in the movie takes at face value that sucks. He said, I feel pretty confident if my training consisted of wax on, wax off, and I got in a fight, I would be brutally waxed off.
In a lot of ways, like, have nothing in your life that you can't leave in 30 seconds is terrible advice and gets one of those guys killed.
What is Finstock's actual advice?
He has in Teen Wolf, he says,
Isn't it like you have to get 12 hours of sleep?
yeah, don't play cards with anybody who has a tattoo of a deck on their hand.
Or no,
and-
who's named after a city?
or named after a city, and then
That's actually great.
whatever the three were. So I think my suggestion is we tweet that to the Coach Finstock Mr. Miyagi Award for best or worst advice.
Sure.
Mhm.
And then we could do worst advice in that category
Yeah.
as well. I think
Yeah,
that
that's
would work.
good.
Don't walk away from anything you can't leave in 30 seconds. Meanwhile, like Neil is like Val Kilmer gets shot. Neil's like, I got to go back and save.
Yes.
It's like, I thought you could walk away from her in 30 seconds,
Yeah.
except for your buddy. Then he said the other one, this is great. So again, this is Caden D. The second category suggestion, the Indiana Jones. Why is everyone ignoring the fact that this guy definitely smells like wide open ass award for the person in the movie who stinks as it conspicuously goes along and unnoticed? And he says, watching Raiders again, Marion is totally down to hook up with Indy on the ship after they leave Egypt. Why? He's filthy. He's been shot at, chased, living in the desert, abandoned in a tomb, covered in gasoline, sweaty as hell, no luggage beyond his satchel. Even if we give him the benefit of the doubt and assume his satchel exclusively has changes of underwear, this dude still smells like wide open
It's also
ass.
still like the 1930s or 40s then.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Marion's just like, what the hell I'm in what world? So I feel like in the 1900s and even pre-1950s, I think body odor was much more accepted. And appreciated.
Oh yeah, I think it's probably like you're just nose blind. You know what I mean? Like
Everyone's stunk. Like
Yeah.
Napoleon used to tell his ladies, like, don't shower for 3 weeks before I'm back from war and shit like that.
He did?
Yeah,
Where'd you pull that one from?
I'm a Napoleon guy.
What? Are you a Napoleon
No,
guy?
my mom told me that once, and it stuck with me for some reason.
Interesting.
She loves Napoleon. But I was thinking,
You never forgot it.
this is. I think this is.
So Napoleon kind of popularized that kink.
I think body odor people were just fine with people being stinky.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then
when
that
you-
switched
you didn't know
around the
any better.
60s.
When you watch Unforgiven, like there's no those guys had like one bath a month. Yeah.
Well, so I was
Yeah.
thinking,
Everybody in Tombstone
Yeah.
reeked.
but in the modern era, a little different. Your
Yeah.
nose palate's a little more sensitive. Could this be the David Morrison Proof of Life Award?
Oh, right.
They rescue him at the end of Proof of Life, Meg Ryan's husband, even though she's sleeping with Russell Crowe, even though we don't see the scene, but we know it. And she sees him at the end, she's hugging him. He's been in a fucking, Venezuelan jungle
Yeah.
for like 2 months, wearing the same clothes. He's got to absolutely stink.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be like, hey, good to see you?
Let's get you washed up.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll give you a hug later after your shower.
Is that movie, is it Venezuela?
I thought it was
Colombia?
Colombia.
Oh, Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia, wherever
Yeah.
it is. I've only seen it 20 times. I don't know where it's located. I'm going to put that in the flex, though, to test it out. Okay, Kyler, this is Craig's big award. Kyler Dennis, I sent this to Craig in advance. I know you guys are always kicking around new category ideas. In honor of Craig Horlbeck's love of shorter movies. I love that's on your epitaph
Sure,
now.
yeah.
What's that? What are your fantasy football things on your epitaph? What are your things that you're just like, I'm in on blank? Anything?
Aaron Rodgers.
Like receiver, Aaron Rodgers? Who else?
Guys that I'm just always in on.
Yeah, or qualities, traits, things.
I like guys who freak athletes who run a slow 40. I always want to bet on those guys.
There you go. Well, he calls this Craig Horlbeck Century Club Award. Would this movie be better if it was 100 minutes?
The answer is yes to most movies.
He said the category works in 3 ways. Movies that, like After Hours, that come in right at 97 minutes, so they automatically qualify. Movies too long, that could be better if you cut them down to 100 minutes, like Blues Brothers, it was 133 minutes, Replacement's 118. Or movies too short, sometimes you'll say, I actually could have used a couple more scenes.
Yeah, like Truman Show, I thought 10 more minutes.
Halloween 4, 88 minutes.
Yeah.
Big Daddy, 93.
Sure Thing. I could have had 10 more minutes of Sure Thing.
Could have used a lot more Halloween for you.
So I'm going to workshop what he said there. If everything is based off the Horlbeck scale of 100 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like too
Do we just
short,
go
too
under,
long, just
over?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Kind
Horlbeck
of the
scale,
Goldilocks.
if something's 93, but you thought it should have been 98, like Horlbeck scale would have gone +5 on that.
Yeah. It's more for movies like Tin Cup that are 2 hours and 15 minutes and could be 100.
Horlbeck scale -28.
Sure.
Have you seen anything recently in theaters that you were like, that was just 15 minutes too long?
I mean, that's
20
every movie.
Marty Supreme, I think, could have been 15, 20 minutes shorter. And I
Middle
think
of Marty Supreme,
yeah,
I feel like
that
could have
movie's
been
like 2.5
tighter.
hours.
Yeah,
And that is
that-
not the type of movie that needs to be 2.5 hours.
The middle of that movie is fat.
like The Odyssey should be 2 hours.
It's tough
because
because Marty Supreme is such like a Jenga tower that like even I was thinking when I saw it, like if you took
I really liked it.
the dog,
The dog
the second
stuff.
dog run out,
You're
it-
probably fine.
but I actually think the movie doesn't, but it just matters so much for Marty and Rachel. I don't know. Yeah.
It'd be funny if we're criticizing Marty Supreme and then Sean just came bursting in.
Kool-Aid Man's in.
Hold on, guys.
You guys can take Dante Moore from me, but you can't take Marty Supreme.
Fuck this.
I liked Marty Supreme a lot, but yeah, I think it was like 2 hours and 25 minutes.
I loved it. Yeah. I mean, it was
So
just-
Horlbeck scale +35?
As saying it's 35 too long, maybe 15 or 20. But yeah.
Is the premise that all movies should be 100 minutes
Most.
or most rewatchable
Like Lord of the
movies?
Rings should not be 100 minutes. I understand why that needs to be as long
So
as
maybe
it is.
there are exceptions where you're like ineligible for Horlbeck scale. Like Marty Supreme ineligible.
I see Marty Supreme is eligible. But it's the epics, the movies that are trying to tell a grander story, those
Yeah.
big adaptations, those I understand a little bit more than like a rom-com that's 2 hours and 20 minutes. Doesn't need
and a movie that's long that doesn't register on the Horlbeck scale should almost get bonus points.
Sure.
Like the first Matrix, you would not. It's
Yeah.
pretty long. You
Yeah.
wouldn't take away a second.
Like
of
whatever
it.
Dark Knight is, I'm good with it. You know what I mean?
I like
220.
putting this right before Raj's review, the time of the movie.
Yeah.
We could just put it right there.
Do you have opinions on that? Do you ever think, like, do you care when you see a movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes versus an
CR
hour
is
and
artist
40?
friendly.
I know.
It's like Hamnet could have gone longer.
I haven't seen him. I'm trying to think. In the movie theater,
Like when you look up a runtime, does that matter to you at all?
yeah, it does. Especially when it's like an action movie or a comic book movie. And I'm
I
just
just
like,
assume everything's 220 now.
Yeah,
I'm like
for sure.
pleasantly
Yes.
surprised if we're at 105 minutes for a movie.
and that I think is like become an issue where if you factor in getting to the movie theater and the half hour of trailers, like you're looking at like a 4-hour excursion. There are no 5 o'clockers. You cannot step into a movie theater, watch a 90-minute movie, and be home for dinner.
Yeah, I just also think there's something to be said about when you have the parameters of, hey, you got to make this movie in less than 100 minutes or 110 minutes, you are forced to make a movie better and tighter and be more creative to get your point across. Instead, if they're like, oh, Midnight Run can be 2 hours and 40 minutes, it would be a worse movie.
Yes.
Limitless, 105 minutes.
There you go. Number
Taken.
16.
Taken, 88.
Yep.
Taken's like you're surprised it's ending.
How long is
like-
Devil Wears Prada?
I think that's a little longer.
A little
I
longer?
think that's closer to
That can't
2.
be too long though, right?
I can look that up right now. Yeah,
Um,
it's I'm going to say less than 2 hours because it has to fit into that TBS.
Hour 49. Yeah, because they needed to
It's
fit
great.
it in the 2 hour window to sell ads on cable. And now, obviously, on streaming, it doesn't really matter.
I like the Horlbeck scale. Josh Dolgen. I hope I say it's either Dolgen or Dolgan. I truly believe Bill and Van's takedown of Rose from Titanic is the greatest podcast segment of all time. Might not be wrong. It's a pretty great segment. In the spirit of that legendary 10 minutes, I'd like to nominate a new category, the Rose from Titanic Award for the character who underrated sucks. I don't know if there's enough movies with this, but it could
This
be in a
actually
flex.
might be a way to spice What's Aged the Worst up a little bit.
Throw it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because What's Aged the Worst is hard.
Heat. Do we need the Natalie Portman character?
Well, we talk about
Do
that
we
a
need
lot.
that whole subplot with the daughter? Where does it go?
Is it they
What does it
quietly
do for
suck
them?
or we don't need them in the movie?
It's the easiest cut in the movie, right?
This is like the Pam from The Office thing that like Pam actually kind of sucked. If you like think back on who she was towards Jim the entire
Right.
show, she like wasn't a great partner.
Holding him back from sports agent
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
He could have been on Game Over now with Max Kellerman. If
yeah.
it wasn't for Pam.
Showing him her dumb drawings.
Justin Pagano writes in, please add the Robert Town Award for overblown film school English major interpretation of the film. Then give your overreading version of the movie's plot. Bonus points if you include snooty phrases like man struggle versus blank. It's just a direct attack on Fennessy. I don't know why he
I
had
think
to
on
do
all
it
of us. We're
that way.
big Bob Town guys.
Yeah, we like Bob Town. This is from Jay Tate. He says, can we add the What a Dick Move award for a scene in the movie that makes you so mad it makes you say, why the hell did they do that? Like the time in Dazed and Confused when Hirschfelder's friends pulled him away from making out with the girl at the junior high dance, only for him to get beat with a paddle by Ben Affleck. Hold that thought. Andrew Katz writes in, the Ted Cruz versus Mitch McConnell, aka most punchable character award. Basically, nobody likes these guys. The award would be given to the character who isn't necessarily the villain, but definitely needs to be punched in the face. Take School Ties. Matt Damon is clearly the main villain.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to punch Anthony Rapp and his anti-Semitic Coke bottle glasses in the face the most, or maybe the jerk French teacher. If you're afraid of getting too political, feel free to remove Ted and Mitch from the name. You could use Bill Lambier, Novak Djokovic, or Tanya Harding. I do like the idea of I just want to punch that character in the face.
Yeah.
They're not quite the villains, but they're fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it comes up enough. So I was thinking Dead Poets Society, the guy who sells out Mr. Keating, Cameron.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do to you, Nwanda? Here we go, CR. The Dana Wheeler Nicholson Award,
Yeah.
a.k.a. the Deborah Kara Inger Award for an actress who was great in a specific movie and just should have had a much bigger career. Previous winners, Dana Wheeler Nicholson, Deborah Kara Inger, Mia Sara, Diana Venora, and Virginia Madsen. It's from Eric S. That's the Mia Sara Award to me.
Yeah.
I'm still outraged that we didn't have 5 more Mia Sara movies.
And did we ever get an
She's
explanation
Ferris
about
Bueller's
like
girlfriend.
what the deal was there? I can't remember.
Ferris Bueller's Girlfriend. You saw Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. Fantastic. Love
Everyone was
her.
in love with her.
Yeah,
Barely
that's a great
saw her
one.
again for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't mind the Mia Sara Award. I think it's like, it's a flex. You'll know it when you see it.
Yeah.
Throw it in there. Oh boy. Ted from Milwaukee. The new category I would propose is the Deshaun Jackson Award for rewatchable movies who drop the ball on the 1 yard line and are therefore not great movies. Flex category. Best example is The Running Man. We were denied an epic showdown between Ben Richards and Captain Freedom. He's talking about the old Running Man.
Yeah.
A showdown between Schwarzenegger and Ventura would have been a major deal in 87 and would have elevated the movie's cultural cachet as they went into politics. Instead, we get an unnecessarily morally questionable dynamo scene. Never get to see Jesse Ventura fight him. It's Ted from Milwaukee. I don't think it happens enough times to be a flex category, but I like the spirit of it. Like, I thought I was getting this and you didn't give it to me.
Yeah, I feel like anecdotally, I can't think of a movie specifically. We've done plenty of rewatchables where we're like, and then it kind of falls apart in the last half hour or something like that. But I just can't think of one off the top of my head.
That just the last thing.
Like I think I mentioned Sunshine. Like that's a really good example of a movie that drops the ball on the 10-yard line.
House of Dynamite.
That's a great one. We'd never do that. See, the problem is most of the movies we wouldn't do in the rewatchables because the ending sucked.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on that one. All right, we'll take one more break and then I can't wait for this next one. All right. It's not officially a rewatchables mailbag until we antagonize CR. This is from Sam from DC who wants us to create the I can't believe Karl Anthony Towns had a better career than Joel Embiid award.
What?
For when two actors in a film end up with career trajectories radically different from what their early works would have suggested. And then he said, I do believe that Towns will end up with a better career than Embiid.
What a fucking bullshit question.
It's from DC. He's just angry.
Yeah.
He's angry about the Trey Johnson pick. I was thinking, though, this would have been a good one for Divorce Pride, ironically, Emily Blunt and Anne Hathaway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where you never would have expected. Anne Hathaway's had a good career, but Emily Blunt became, I think, a bigger star of her. I wouldn't have guessed that when I saw the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little like the Karl Towns Embiid draft.
Right.
Robert Sean Leonard in Dead Poets versus like Josh Charles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would have guessed Josh Charles would still be the one like leading TV shows over Robert Sean Leonard. I don't know. I thought that was a good one, though.
Yeah, that was good.
I also like that it made CR mad.
I'm trying to think of like when you were watching Stand By Me. Obviously, we lost River Phoenix, but like, would you have guessed that either any of the other kids in that movie would have had bigger careers?
Like Jerry O'Connell? Or,
Jerry O'Connell ended up with the most relevant of all the careers. Yeah, you would not have guessed that. Mitchell wants us to change Cruz versus Hanks and add Denzel. And then wants us to go back and relitigate all of the ones we've already done and go with Denzel. That seemed really complicated.
If we ever are like, we don't have an episode this week, I guess we could do that.
I like adding Denzel for 2026.
Okay.
You don't like it? You love Cruz versus Hanks?
I do, yeah. There's something special about Cruz versus Hanks. It being either or, like a binary question to me is much, much better.
Is there anyone Denzel could compete against? Because we also talked about Pacino versus De Niro, too.
Mm-hmm.
You love Cruz versus Hanks for you is like Bird versus Magic.
Yeah, it's
Brady
also like
versus
it's
Manning.
never a boring conversation.
No. I don't know. You can do Denzel.
Because there's one's the goofy, personable kind, and the other person is just the like, you're an alien, but you're perfect.
You know, the more we talk this out, Denzel's also, every movie's better with Denzel. Like, it almost like ruins the category. Mm-hmm. There's certain ones
there was one, I think, I can't remember. He was talking with Jamie Foxx once, and he was like, I passed on 7, and that's the one I like regret. And I'm like, Denzel Washington's in 7. It's like Citizen Kane. You know, like it's like I can't imagine how fucking good that movie would be with Denzel Washington.
But should we add more this or that, guys? Wasn't there a female one we were gonna do?
We tried out the 5 Jennifers, and it just didn't really work.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like you could do like Pitt or Leo or
Blunt or Hathaway.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Everybody loves Emily Blunt, though. And you couldn't do Meryl Streep versus everybody because she kills everybody.
Yeah.
And we can never crack this one. Another Justin Pagano email, unless I accidentally wrote the name thing or copy pasted it wrong twice. He said he was in high school when Project X came out and Kid Cudi was a big deal for him. But our needle drop category has to be named after Bohemian Rhapsody and Wayne's World. It's the most electrifying needle drop of any rewatchable movie, as evidenced by the fact that the scene won a number of categories when you did the episode. Love the show. I think it's funny that Project X is a category.
Look, the scene in Wayne's World doesn't make me want to do ecstasy, so I'm going to stick with Project.
Yeah, I don't think we're moving. Chris A has a really interesting idea for a theme month. He's a longtime reader, few-time writer, semi-longtime listener. I was wondering if you would have a one for me only month, a month where Bill, then Chris, then Sean, then Van choose the movie and make the other three see movies they haven't seen. So Chris would have to watch Inside Moves. Bill would have to be part of the Read Big Lebowski. Sean would have you do some Ingmar Bergman thing. And Van would make everyone watch The Toy.
The three of you should just each pick a different Lord of the Rings.
I know. And make him watch the trilogy.
Then said if it's a 5-week month, Mallory would be great. Thank you and have a nice day. So that'd be Yankee Christmas swap month.
That's
Yes,
great.
That's good.
We just
should do
give
that
a
in
movie.
We could do that next December.
Next
or this
December.
coming
That's a good
December.
idea.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
All right.
But you have to do it, though. You can't be like, I'm sick this week. I can't do Fellowship of the Ring.
I'd have to do any movie. That would
Yeah.
be the rule. So if we did 4.
That can be the next fantasy football punishment.
Well, the funniest thing is Van would take it way too seriously and spend 10 weeks trying to figure out the movie and asking people on Twitter. And then he'd probably land at The Toy is where it would end up. Scott Komich. Some hurtful stuff in this email. I've tried to like Miami Vice, but I can't do it. Bad acting, confusing plot, horrible dialogue, and bad casting. Gong Li, her character, had a cousin that was the harbor master in Havana.
Yep.
Huh? How about a Latin actress or a Cuban one? Next, it has some of the worst dialogue I can remember in a movie. Gong Li, how fast does that go? Farrell, serious, low, mumbling voice. It goes very fast. What do you like to drink? Serious, low, mumbling voice. I'm a fiend for mojitos. Give me a break.
You can only leave people so close to the water. They don't want to drink. It's up to them.
He said, Bill, in order for you and Sierra to prove your love for this movie, for the next month, anytime anyone asks for you what you want to drink, mumble in a very serious, low voice, I'm a fiend for mojitos.
We already do that.
Yeah, I was like, he absolutely doesn't know us.
What's in that cup
Did
right
that
now?
on New Year's Eve. Finally, Crockett was frisked before going into the meeting, and yet somehow he smuggled in a grenade. Was it up his ass? Those are his Miami Vice nitpicks. Then he goes, Roy Hobbs hits the final home run in the natural. They show him rounding second base while he'll be showered in sparks from the blown out lights. Were the fans killed, not covered? That was his nitpick for there. This guy's got a lot of nitpicks. This is the best one, though. In Hereditary, the oldest son gets possessed when the mother cuts off her own head. The demon floats through the air and lands in the kid. Why didn't the demon possess him when he was driving the car and the little kid got decapitated? Where was the demon hanging out between the time when the girl was killed and it possessed Tony Collette's character? And why did they keep the car? Wouldn't the inside and outside of the car be covered in blood? Did they just get it steam cleaned and keep driving it? That's the most fucked up thing about this movie.
I think they may have
sold
been
the
a
car.
multi-car household. I don't, I think Gabriel Byrne and Tony Collette, like they each had their own vehicle.
I'm selling the car immediately, or just
Burning
getting rid
it.
of
What's the Carfax on that?
Yeah.
History.
Do you have to disclose decapitation?
One decapitation. Does decapitation in the Carfax report?
I don't think you have to go specifically what the accident was, but that was definitely an accident. I think Payman is being summoned for 3/4 of that movie, right? Or even for most of her life.
But he's watching the Avalanche game.
That's right. He's like their fucking power
It's the
play.
playoffs, man. Payment's growing a playoff beard. Neil R. writes, I love the Tony Romo, Chris Collinsworth DVD commentary category. Along those lines for 2026, how about the Donald Trump Truth Social post review of the movie? It would be really funny to hear CR's Trump take on any movie, any humor to get us through the next few
That
years
is
would be
funny.
helpful. I'm not against this.
I need something to replace Wayne. I think we got to put Wayne on ice for a little while.
Wayne, I think we took it as far as it can go.
It's like I think it's like the tush push. You know, it was really cool for a while, and now everybody's just a little tired of it.
I think we peaked when you told Glenn Powell about it, and he had no
He's
idea
like,
what you were doing.
yeah, that's good. I
But
like that.
he was like, "That's really cool," and I'm like, "But if you don't know what it is, there's no way you think it's cool."
Donald Trump True Social
it's
on,
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
What was the one we did on F1? Terrible movie. Hated the race car scenes.
JP should have won. That is all.
Amanda S. I'll skip that one, actually. She had a Jim Cotta email. that she thought was a fever dream when she was 12 and didn't know it was an actual movie, and then it turned out it was. So I'm glad I was hoping to help her. Padraic, I think I pronounced that correctly. Padraic. Padraic?
Pedrick. Yeah,
Padraic?
I think.
Looking at the list of films you're showing over the weekend, I think this was the Boston weekend, gave me a flex category idea. Most scalable insult. No, get your fucking chime box.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that does his job. You must be the other guy. Well, the world needs plenty of bartenders. I drink your milkshake. There's lots of potential here. Excited to hear Sean tell CR to get his fucking shine box on stage, down since the Sports Guy cartoons. So this guy, Dave Penko from Down Under, which I assume is Australia, he suggested the Jack Waltz, Dago Guinea Wop, Greaseball Gumbo, Kraut, Nick Friend Award for Best Insult. I do think there's a Best Insult award we could put in there. Who's that named after?
I like the Jack Waltz Award.
Well, let me tell you something, my
Kraut,
Nick Friend. I like this, though, like Best Insult that you could actually just bring into your real life situation.
Yeah, so probably not your mother sucks cocks in hell. That one wouldn't qualify.
No, that's not a good one. Shinebox is still probably the
Go
best.
get your fucking shine box.
Yeah.
That's like an idea.
He leads it up. Like
Yeah.
he really like works it to get to the.
Because then there's like a separate award that would be for line from this movie that has entered the pop culture lexicon. I don't know what that would be necessarily, but
maybe it's the Billy
kind of thing you hear Rich Eisen say a lot. You know what I mean?
So maybe it's the Billy Bats Jack Waltz Award for best
insult,
best scalable insult in the movie.
Yes,
I like that. Dave Penko also suggests the Tone Loc Slick Ain't No Joke Award for most ridiculous connecting of the dots.
I don't know what that's reference.
It's fucking Heat. And it is really
calling everybody slick, and they're like, I know who that is.
The last 2 times I've seen Heat, I was like, this is so fucked up that they like the entire thing is hinged on him saying slick, and him being like run slick through the database as an alias.
Maybe that could be the 4 Heat, where we just shit on Heat for like an hour and a half. All the things that's wrong with it. He also suggests the Michael Corleone In My Home Award for unexpected raised volume.
Yeah. Let's just go to Pacino all the time. Yeah. Where my children sleep and play.
Grant McPhee said, my category suggestion is the Michael Myers Shoot 'Em Again Award. The scene that makes the audience feel as if they're actually in the movie themselves, interacting and reacting to the characters, named after the scene in 78 Halloween when Dr. Loomis shoots Michael Myers and one of the audience members stood up and yelled out, "Shoot him again!" There's a video of that. It's from Grant in London, Ontario, Canada. I don't know if that's good enough for a flex, but I enjoyed it. And then Pat Grover wrote in, seeing as you shoehorn a Michael Myers reference into every single one of your BS pods and rewatchables, maybe make it a new category. Whether it's Giannis being like Michael Myers or you finding a way to compare Before Sunrise to Michael Myers, you always find a way to squeeze it in unnecessarily. So the new category could be, where could Michael Myers be shoehorned in this film or pod? Wait, you already do this pretty much anyway, right?
Well, now you're just begging Bill to bring Dennis Pat
Grover, like sticking it.
Fine, Michael Myers is retired for Dennis Peck.
No more Dennis Peck in. Myers out. Gonna replace the Halloween 4 with Dennis Peck. Doug Evans acknowledges that Tom Cruise is the best runner in action movies, as I think we all do. Who's the best runner for comedy movies, he asks. And he'd like to nominate Michael J. Fox for running, sliding, falling on Slick Fours and Teen Wolf, racing, jumping, falling in an Office Chase and Secret of My Success, and multiple Back to the Futures. Is he the comedy movie running GOAT?
Was the goal to be funny or good at running?
Yeah.
He was really good at the slides where he'd be like coming around the corner and he would like skid a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think being really small helped him, like with the running scenes, because he was very low to the ground.
They do there's some good sliding while running around the corner in Breakfast Club too.
They
like slide across the hallway basically.
That's good.
Ali Sheedy and Emilio Estevez do that.
Michael Cera in Superbad's got a great run.
Oh my God.
Fastest kid alive.
Absolutely.
His form, he's kind of doing a Cruise impression. Not bad.
Fastest kid alive.
I'm putting something, I'll add that to the running flex. Walker G says, please do Dark Knight Rises, if only as an excuse to do Collinsworth impressions of Bane blowing up the stadium. Mike. Bane is feeling it right here, Mick.
This city's been crying out for a new stadium, Mike, and they're gonna get it.
Yeah, this is one way to blow up a stadium, Mike.
Taxpayers are gonna have a tough pill to swallow building a new one, but
John B. from Malden, he has an idea for the town too. Still holding out hope for this because Doug McCrae is alive at the end of the movie in the Florida Keys. He thinks it should be something with the Southie and the Boston St. Patrick's Day Parade. Grown up Shine, now working for a corrupt Southie politician who's cracking down on crime, wants to have a political fundraiser on Parade Day in Castle Island to raise money for a mayoral run. She organizes a crew to rip it off. But the plan guy, Butchie Coughlin, nephew of Jem, gets arrested. She shows up on Claire's door and says, I need to get in touch with them. I know you know what I mean. Doug comes back. The heist is spearheaded by Shine, Claire, and Doug.
Claire?
Yeah, Claire's involved. She's crossed over. It's like fast forward. Paul Walker is just on the bad guys team all of a sudden. Comes together for a climactic, slow-moving chase through the streets of Southie, surrounded by shit-faced Boston 20-somethings, maybe a boat scene. Just workshopping it. There's something there with the kids of the town.
Have you ever asked Affleck about Town 2?
Doesn't seem like it's high on his agenda list.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting Heat 2, we think.
We are, yeah.
Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out this year. Is there...
Listen, the town 2 would make $200 million. It's just a fucking fact.
Yeah, I mean, like...
$200 million is the floor.
We're also in the last couple of innings while those guys can still realistically do that.
Right.
Like, Ham could still be an FBI agent. Like, they could still do all that.
Ham's like a retired FBI agent. So I agree with John B. from Malden that Shine is the key to the town 2. Because Shine, how old is she in town?
She's like a little kid, toddler,
She's like
right?
3?
Yeah.
So now town came out in 2010. You're making this for 2027. So she'd be like 20.
Yeah.
Maybe she's working like at a strip joint in Saugus.
Sydney Sweeney, yeah.
Sydney Sweeney too old.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're just grabbing anyone from Landman. Like
Okay.
whoever the was the stripper physical therapist working with Sam Elliott last night? She's in. Just signed her.
Andy and I talked about that for like 35 minutes.
One of the best
did I have
ideas
a
I've ever
stroke
had.
and miss 3 scenes? How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's on the big board of sequels you would actually want to get made that you would go see?
Town 2.
Is that's number 1 draft pick? Is Heat 2 number 1? We're getting Heat 2.
I'm too scared
I
of
think
Heat
we're
2
all
because
really
it's too
confused about how we feel about
Heat
it.
2 is too meaningful.
Is
to
there
us.
anywhere you were like, I actually don't care. I would want them to make this and I would go see it happily.
I like the Town 2 because the premise of
I just don't think it's as good
heist.
without Renner. I think Renner makes that movie.
Well, this is the problem we had with Den of Thieves 2.
Yeah.
Was we lost Pablo
and 50.
and we lost 50 and it wasn't the same movie but I think this is where Damon comes in.
Well, isn't that basically
Damon's still pissed that he wasn't in the town. So Damon's in as like Jem's brother.
Bem?
Yeah. Johnny.
Yeah.
And they bring Doug. I think Doug coming back from the Keys after 15 years is just a great premise for anything. Him having to extract Shine. Maybe Shine turns out to be his kid. Something there. I like Boston's changed too. Like they could do Southie. They can move stuff from Charlestown to Southie, which would matter. Jason Peters says, why don't you all just do a theme month called Red October? All the movies could be Russian themed as well. Hunt for Red October, Red Dawn, Moscow and the Hudson, Bridge of Spies, and Reds. I don't know about Hunt for Red October. Should we do that one?
Keep going.
Red Dawn, that's good. Moscow and the Hudson's not good
If we
enough.
did Moscow month and we didn't do Hunt for Red October, I'd quit.
Reds would be interesting. I'm not sure that's a rewatchable movie. It's a great movie. It's a long.
It would be a
movie.
really cool. Like if you wanted to do
Reds would be fun for the research and the dialogue about making the movie,
and also just like Hackman in it and stuff.
Nicholson.
Like, yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun to do the 2 cassetter, like the movies that are like we used to be in 2 cassettes when you would rent them from the video store.
Oh yeah,
and it would be fun to do like that. Prince of the City was like that.
Well, could it just be 4 movies that have red in it? Red Dawn, Red October, Reds, and then a 4th Red? Red Eye?
Christoph Krzyzewski's 3 Colors Red? No?
Yeah, anything with red. All right, I grabbed it. Jay Curley, this is good. Watching Goodfellas last night, notice Paulie is 2 completely different people before and after Henry gets pinched as a kid. goes from barely audible Grim Reaper mob boss to gregarious wise guy yelling down the steps, "You popped your cherry!" It's as if they totally rewrote his character mid-movie.
Nope.
Hence the new category. The Pauly Award for the writers definitely rewrote this character in the middle of the filming.
The whole thing is it's Henry's perception of Pauly changes. It's not Pauly changing.
I agree. I was trying to think of other examples of a character getting rewritten. But
that happens
I don't
way
think
more on
it's good.
TV.
Yeah.
But like,
no question. Like especially with like the big prestige shows.
Yeah, where you're just like, you can tell like, oh, all of a sudden. I mean, this is more of like a continuation of the character, but for instance, like Jesse Pinkman legendarily was not supposed to make it that far in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And I think that they continued to iterate his character.
I don't know if you have a Stranger Things example you want to give us for 12 hours.
The character, I mean, Maya Hawke was like a good, well-written character for that first season she was in, and then they kind of just like reduced her to saying punchlines.
Or just explaining what the hell was going on all the time.
She just became like the, he's right behind me, isn't he, person for like the last 2 seasons.
Did she help bring down Velcro?
Vecna, yeah.
They all did, all 12 of them.
Yeah.
Bo Pollock from Albany.
Velcro.
We have 2 Bows?
Bob Pollock, I'm sorry.
Okay.
As the credits roll in the classic
2
film...
guys from Albany?
Yeah, that is weird. As the credits begin to roll in the classic film Roadhouse, Dalton sprints naked across the lawn and dives into the pond with an also naked Kelly Lynch.
Yeah.
I've seen Roadhouse a million times, but only recently noticed a third person sitting in the grass. Dalton and Doc are skinny dipping.
Is there a photo?
After rewinding and slowing down the replay several times, my best guess is it's Jeff Healey from the Double Deuce Band, the blind musician.
Oh.
If this is true, what level of awkward, inappropriate, and insane is it that Dalton and Doc are not just nude, but clearly about to have sex in front of a blind man sitting on the shore? Where does this rank? And out of nowhere, what the hell minor details?
So do you think that scene is from like the middle of the movie and they just cut it and repurposed it as like a credit sequence?
We're going to have to, for social media, go find the end of that clip and cut it over.
That's the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard. It's just because like you could make the argument that with the skinny dip, it's like, it's not going to make a difference to this guy.
Yeah, but I mean, his ears still work.
she's like, he's right there. It's like, he's fine. He can't see.
What a pull. By this guy.
Pretty good. TJ Zerbonia writes, in the morning after their crazy hangover night, they go to the best little chapel and they meet Eddie. Before they leave, he says Stu ordered the deluxe package and brings out multiple boxes of merchandise branded with their wedding pictures. In what world am I supposed to believe Eddie has access to a print fulfillment merchandise center that can fulfill an order that fast? They get married at 3 a.m. They're back 2 p.m. latest. There's no way I'd be ready to pick up. Even if Eddie does all his printing in-house, there's still no way to have all that merchandise done that quick. And if you do it yourself, why would a wedding chapel have the world's quickest fulfillment center sitting in the back? It would be way more profitable than marrying drunk people. Made me think, do we need a category in pick and knits called the mega nitpick? Like a nitpick that just is almost like the whammy of the category?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like such a nitpick.
Yeah.
It almost has to be addressed.
Yeah.
The mega nit.
Sure, the mega knit.
This is pretty good. How does he get all those photos ready in 7 hours?
Yeah, it's a great call.
I mean, there's other problems with that movie, including how did they get a tiger into the room and how did they get the tiger away from Mike Tyson's house and how did all this stuff happen in 5 hours?
And also like just like Justin Bartha being on the roof.
Had they not realized he was on the roof?
Yeah, it would have just, the security door would have been cracked.
There's a lot of nitpicks in this movie, but I thought that was pretty good. Mac, good work, guys, he says. Listen to almost every show. Bill's line about the worst position to discover your wife cheating in almost caused a 10-car pileup for me. I've seen a heap of movies I otherwise would not have watched because of the show.
Was that from Internal Affairs? What was that from?
Wasn't it like Doggy Style?
No, but what was the movie we were talking about that you broke that out?
Body Double.
Body Double.
He walked in on the girl riding some guy in his bedroom. Yes. And I was like, I said Doggy Style would probably be worse.
I think I may have said
number 2.
Doggy Style, but the guy's wearing a t-shirt. And if I didn't, I'd like to say it now. Because I was thinking about how like Billy Bob always wears a t-shirt in Landman.
Because he's 70.
Yeah.
Well, Mac wants to suggest a new category called Dorfler's Door for Midnight Run. Named after the scene where Marvin lays Jack out with the driver's door. The category is on a scale of 1 to 10. How much would that stunt, punch, kick, whatever, have hurt in real life? He thinks Dorfler's door is a 9.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was great.
Any bar fight scene in a movie would just be guys dying on the floor.
Yeah, we could do like which stunts would kill you.
The amount of
Yeah.
times guys get hit with chairs or bar stools
For sure.
or like fall through tables and then get like glassed.
Well, even Beverly Hills Cop, they throw Axel through the window
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
he's visiting Victor Maitland.
There's a lot of people getting
That
thrown
would be
through
put you in the
walls.
hospital.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, I would have to see if Jackass has done this. Getting thrown through a window seems like the fucking worst thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
Because then you just also land on a pile of glass.
I like this as a flex. I think the daughter in Hereditary is probably a 15 out of 10. The decapitation. That's probably the highest ceiling.
But that actually,
You do die.
she
in that.
does get injured.
You have to pick
Yeah.
somebody who lives.
It's got to be like you get like hit with a car door and then you're like, oh, my jaw
so
hurts.
she lived, right? Good
Yeah.
point. She didn't have a head anymore.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Dorfler's door is good though. Reggie Hammond too with Luther. When he slams the door into Luther as
Yeah.
Luther's running. Luther!
It's like whenever there's a movie where like a guy gets hit in the back of the head with like a frying pan, you're like, that guy might die.
Yeah.
You
Right.
can't survive. Or like a baseball bat.
Everything that the guys go through in Home Alone.
Oh my God. The paint cans
Or Home Alone
swinging
2.
down. Yeah, the bricks.
Dave Brown, big fan since 2017. Recently watched Den of Thieves for the redot. Said we discussed a lady eating the days old Chinese food, saying it's not that bad. I'm pretty sure that lady was in London at the bar at the end of the movie. My takeaway is she was on Ice Cube Jr.'s crew, and that's how he knew she would order Chinese that day and was involved in the escape.
Oh, interesting.
My next rewatch. I'll have to
I think he's probably
check that
right.
out.
I think
It's
there's a
probably
bunch
right.
of like
That's a
random
good
guys
little-
or yeah.
Yeah. Justin from DC, huge fan of The Ringer and The Rewatchables since its inception. He has some categories for us, including the Ben Affleck "What the fuck was I thinking" award for the actor or actress that retroactively regretted signing on for the movie you're watching, like Ben and Geely, Bruce Willis and Color Night. The problem is we don't do a lot of
those,
these movies. I like the spirit of it. He wants us to just really do the Hans Gruber scale for every bad guy, which we've done in multiple ones.
So this is just
Kyle
like
and
the,
I do this.
the
Like
paycheck movie. Essentially, this is like the.
I think it would be more just like huge mistake, you know, like it took me a while to shake that one
casting.
off. Yeah.
Well, the Hans Gruber scale we should just do. I
Sure.
mean, anytime there's a villain, Hans is a 10. The Tom Cruise Award, did this movie need a running scene? And it feels like a reach. The Chris Coughlin Award, named after Blake Lively in the town for Would You Throw It All Away for This Woman? He lists Angelina Jolie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Margot Robbie, Wolf of Wall Street, Nia Long, and The Best Man. And then Ciara would have Edie Falco and Copland.
And Ashley Judd and Heat.
And Ashley Judd and Heat. The Chris Coughlin Award. Who should that award be named after? I like the idea of I would throw my life away for this award, for this lady award. The Edie Falco is probably the funniest.
I just think it's like a deep pull, but yeah.
Blake Lively's good though.
I still
In
remember
multiple
coming out
movies.
of the Copland rewatchables and just be like, that was our best episode ever. And you guys were just like,
We peaked.
All right. See you. God.
The Chris Coughlin Award.
Yeah, Mila Kunis and Forgetting Sarah Marshall be mine.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
She was so great. in
But
that
the thing
movie.
is that I just want to say there's
But
got to
part
be
of
an
it is
edge of
she's
danger
dangerous,
to it.
yeah.
Okay.
It's got
it's
to
like
be
she's
like,
gonna fuck your life up.
Like Rebecca De Mornay, Risky Business stuff.
yeah.
it's a huge mistake. You know it.
Okay.
But like
can't
Edie
help yourself.
Falco chain smoking with explosives in a duffel bag, but you're like, whatever you want to do next.
It's a good one. Or Linda Fiorentino in After Hours was another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
We'll come up with the right version, but we're adding some sort of a throw your life
Alicia
away.
Vikander as the Ex Machina robot.
That's a really good one.
This would be CR's favorite email. It's from Zed. I'm going to guess that's not his real name.
Zed is dead.
I work in the set decoration department, and given the nature of my job, I've been thinking of the Leon Vitali Most Fucked Up Day on Set Award, named after Stanley Kubrick's longtime personal assistant. The category could have simple answers based on what we know from the press, like Shelley Duvall doing 1,000,000 takes in The Shining. But I would also ask deeper questions, like who had to chase down and throw back Tom Cruise's terrible pitches in A Few Good Men? What poor dancing coach had to work with Pacino doing the tango instead of women? And most important, who had to keep cleaning Miggs's load off Jodie Foster's face? It sounds of the lambs.
I think Jodie Foster had the worst day.
It would be a category that gives a quick salute to the presumed PA, customer, prop person, so on that had to keep on
That's
trucking
really
through
funny.
a tough one.
Worst day on set is really good.
Worst day on set, I think, is good. The Leon Vitale, I don't know if that's too deep cut. Maybe the Sounds of the Lambs production crew member. I don't know. But there's something there with that.
The guy in Seven who had to work with the sloth dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. New category from Darren. Vincent Hanna, which actor's performance is better explained by the character being high on cocaine the entire movie? And he suggests Doc Brown in Back to the Future, J.K. Simmons in Whiplash, Tom Cruise in Magnolia, Daniel Day-Lawrence in There Will Be Blood. And then he said John Hurt in Big. This guy was a little too amped up for those sales meetings. He's making $450K a year for churning out some useless product design. Of course he was doing blow. Why wasn't Tom Hanks pulled in the room and offered some at one point? I mean, it's another heat category.
It's also funny if you just apply that to people that they're clearly not on cocaine.
Might have been coffee. So I'm going to skip a couple here. This one's pretty funny, though. Philip Sanford said in 2010 he was dating a girl who had strong feelings on moral righteousness. It didn't work out. One of the reasons it didn't work out was she was trying to rent The Devil Wears Prada on her cable bundle VOD service and accidentally ordered the porn parody The Devil Wears Nada.
Did she watch it?
No, she got upset that he got upset and they ended up breaking up and he's not married to her anymore. He just wanted to
They were married?
No, they were dating and
They
broke up.
They broke up because of that
It
fight?
was one of the reasons, it seems
Because
like,
he wanted to see what The Devil Wears
Nada. He thought
Nada.
it was hilarious that
Oh.
she rented Devil Wears Nada and
I
she
see.
didn't think it was funny at all.
I see.
Wow.
They
Probably for the
realized
best
they weren't.
then.
Yeah, sounds like it was for the best.
15 years later, he's still.
I feel like there's more to that story.
Yeah.
She probably came home and he was watching it, but yeah.
This is great from Andre B. He has a suggestion for canceled month on the show because we talked about
We've
canceled
talked
month.
about this.
He said, Ricochet. Here's my 5-word Wikipedia summary. Denzel Washington gets unconsented VD. That actually is the plot of Ricochet.
Yeah.
They frame him. And then he said he thinks Ricochet was ghost directed by Brian De Palma.
Oh.
The Brendan O'Kelly wants Creature Feature Month with Anaconda, Tremors, Lake Placid, and Gremlins.
I'd be into
Pretty
that.
solid. Travis Swerger wants us to rename the hottest take and take you off the hook, reminding us that Fantasy once had the take that Tracy Lords could have been Ginger in Casino.
Who's
He thinks
Tracy
that was
Lords?
a hotter take.
Who's that?
Former
It's
porn
a
star.
former porn star. Yeah. That
It's
actually,
pretty good.
I gotta say, I like Sean's take there. I forgot about that. That Casino
Yeah, I
Pod.
actually like that take too. I
Yeah.
thought that was good. But then he said bad accents come up on several episodes. Why haven't you ever added the Kevin Costner in 13 Days Terrible Accent Award? Why don't we have a bad accent award? Never had one, right?
No. You do sometimes we'll do the bad Boston. You've done the bad Boston
Yeah.
accent, but not
If
in
it's Boston,
general.
we'll talk about it. But generally speaking,
So this is named after Costner, right? He's had the most bad accents in movies. Or would you have somebody else?
I assume you're referring to JFK, right?
Well, Robin Hood, he gave up.
Right after like 2 scenes.
13 Days, really terrible. I don't know what he was doing, like some sort of JFK
Yeah,
accent.
yet all these movies are rewatchable.
Yeah.
13 Days isn't, but yeah.
And then he said Nicolas Cage and Captain Corelli's mandolin is his apex mountain for bad accents. Craig, you'll like this. This is from Nas, N-A-S. I'm sure that's not his real name. The Kate Beckinsale Award for this movie is only good because she's hot. Serendipity is a great film. It only works because she's attractive.
Sure.
Put a less attractive actress in there. I don't think we're talking about the movie 24 years later. Do some movies only work because the actor or actress is hot? This is obviously Species is the number one for this.
Species, for
Natasha
sure.
Androgen Species, ultimate example.
Yeah.
Movie fails. She's basically taking a 3-win team that's last in DVOA, taking them to the playoffs. They
Yeah.
go like 11-6 somehow.
100%. I'm trying to think of other examples. Would you say Can't Hardly Wait is like that? Jennifer Love Hewitt?
No,
It's
I think
pretty
that's a
good.
pretty solid. Like, I think you could have put
Gotten
in
away with that?
A couple of different people in there. Yeah.
What else?
Kate Beckinsale's a good one.
Yeah.
Last fake category award from Chad in Washington. wants the Diane Keaton Kay Adams Award for Best Actor or Actress in a Poorly Written Character Role, which was always my take
The
on
premise here
Godfather.
is so flawed.
For example, the award could go to Natalie Portman in the Star Wars prequels for Padme
Padme.
Amidala.
Yeah, Amidala.
I didn't watch that. I do like the concept of great actor or actress, terrible role.
Can you think of any other examples? I mean, Kay is not a bad role, but can you think of any other examples of a...
He goes away for 5 years and comes back, and she leaves an entire grade of kids.
I know,
Just gets
we've
into the car
litigated
with
that.
them.
But I think so
Kids
much
are
of this
just
is
on the
based on you
streets.
hating her hair.
Well, the hair in Godfather 3 was the bad hair.
But I think it almost is like retroactively affected your appreciation
And
of
is
the
it
character.
bad acting, or you just hate the way they wrote the character?
I just thought they mangled the character. It's a bad character. You disagree still?
That Kay is a bad character? No,
I
Kay's,
just don't think it's a well-written character.
But it's supposed to be his like one beacon of a life outside the Corleone family. Is this waspy woman from Connecticut or whatever? Okay.
You just like Diane Keaton, and I do too, and that's fine. We all wanted to seem like Kay Adams was a good character. Gets better in Godfather 2.
Yes.
Godfather 1, train wreck.
Is her name Kay Adams?
Is it? Or did we just keep saying? Did you say Kay Adams?
Well, she's Kay Corleone. What was
Well,
her
Kay
maiden
Adams
name?
is-
I highly doubt it's Kay Adams. You can Google it.
I
It's
can look it
not
up.
Kay.
I don't think Kay Adams' name is Kay Adams. I think that's a stage name.
Talking about
it?
the sports
Yeah.
media personality?
Yeah.
Kay Adams. God,
What's her last name? Corleone.
her name is Kay Adams.
In the movie.
Godfather, yes.
Kay Adams.
Kay Adams.
But do you think Kay Adams is a
Grab
stage
Kay
name
Adams?
for Michael Corleone?
Absolutely
possible.
not. Wikipedia has her name as Kay Adams, the sports personality.
'Kay.
You think that's a stage name? That's a real claim.
We're going to end with some heat questions.
Okay.
David Y. This has always bugged me. Was Neil like, hey, Waingro, Michael has never met you, but he'll pick you up in the giant truck outside the food stand 5 minutes for the heist. Such a careful crew seems ridiculous. We learned later that Nate vouched for Waingro. Neil never spoke to him. How'd they communicate the details of the plan to Waingro? Would Waingro have shot the guard if he'd actually gotten that refill? Maybe he was dehydrated. John in New Hampshire, same thing. Small, important plot point. This is my favorite movie, blah, blah, blah. After reading all the backstory of Neil in the novel and how careful and methodical he was, how do they hire Waingro? A guy they'd never met before, let alone work served times with. They don't meet ahead of vet him. They don't rehearse with him. I don't buy it. It's so out of character for Neil. Makes no sense. What's the sports equivalent? An athlete that makes an isolated decision that dominoes into their eventual downfall. For me, the action is the juice.
This is, I think I do have this, which
Okay.
is Nico Harrison only making one phone call about Luca. And it's like,
Ooh.
he's got to keep it tight. He doesn't want any leaks. He doesn't want this to get out. So he only calls Palenka. This is the same thing as Neil being like, I don't want anyone to know about this heist, about this score. So I can't even meet this guy. Michael's going to pick him up in a truck.
So Anthony Davis is Waingro.
Yeah.
Waingro immediately falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
also,
like
let's
that.
be honest, Neil's personnel management, I mean, he's picking up his getaway driver the morning of the heist.
Yeah.
He's picking a guy out from behind the line at a diner.
Starting to wonder if Neil had some holes in his game.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If the heat's there in 30 seconds, you got to run. And then he's saving Val Kilmer, but he's running away from the girl and also like he's walking into an airport hotel to kill Waingro, but the heat's there.
Yeah, it's like
He's supposed
the
to be
Waingro
avoiding the
thing.
heat.
Well, he could have called Nate from Tahiti and been like, I'm
You
going to
gotta
put
kill this guy for me.
$100,000 on Waingro's head.
Yeah.
But he wanted the feeling of it.
I love that you guys talk about this movie like these people are your friends. I can't believe the names that you throw out. I'm like, wait, who's who now? It's unbelievable.
Well, this is the last email from Austin. Hottest take. Chirito is the villain of Heat, not Waingro. Morally ambiguous Waingro makes a case for him. Swastika tattoo, just
Yeah.
the product of being a white guy doing time in California. Neil
Right.
definitely has one.
Fair.
The team betrays Waingro, not vice versa. All the fucked up shit Waingro does is out of desperation, knows that he's being hunted. I had to get it on. When I first saw the movie, I definitely thought that guard was trying to make a move. Waingro made the play he thought was needed at the time. Flips it around. Chirito's workplace bullying before the heist didn't exactly help him stay cool. Trying to wind him and piss him off after a high-stress incident, not exactly good guy behavior. Chirito's an instigator. Chirito uses a child as a human shield. His use of the word slick gets the team busted. Action is the juice. Preferring murder and mayhem to wife and plenty of money shows him to be a deranged psychotic. Waingro spends the movie trying to escape. Chirito only wants blood. Think about it.
Honestly, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Some holes in that theory, but like you could make the argument that
Waingro
really,
does kill.
He's also a serial killer on the side.
He's also a serial killer.
Yeah.
That's where the argument falls apart. I do like that Chirito, maybe not a good guy.
Yeah.
Chirito. The child is a human
I don't think
shield. It's a tough one to
Chirito is
defend.
supposed to be seen as like a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why do I like him so much?
Because he has the coolest lines and like is like the one who seems the most like emotionally committed to being a bank robber.
He loves married to the game.
I think child as a human shield is a deal breaker for me with most
I'll
characters.
also say that you could read Heat as Neil is the problem because Neil is the one who's like, I'm out. I'm doing one more score. He's also the guy who's pushing them hard to keep doing scores.
Yeah.
To rack up his bankroll to get out when they're all like, I'm fine. Just like every 6 weeks or so, we do a different kind of deal. Like it's like, keep the pace nice and slow.
If Chirito says, no, let's not take this down, does Neil just walk away?
No, I think Neil does it either way.
Just gets a new crew.
Yeah.
Where does he get a new crew?
The fucking diner, apparently. He's just like
walk
that
around.
guy. He
Hey,
can drive.
that guy from Juvie.
Yeah.
That's it for Rewatchables.
Wait,
Anything
I
else?
have a new category I want to suggest.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right. It is the Stanley Tucci and Conclave Award for the actor that takes you out of the movie.
Stanley Tucci
that's
took
really
you out of
good.
Conclave?
Completely.
Why?
So we had a version of this with the Lena Dunham Spawn Ranch, but I think this is better.
This is better because yours was most jarring casting.
This is like
This is more like I can't focus every time I see this person.
I don't buy him as a cardinal. I'm like, I watch this guy make carbonara on Instagram and I just can't I can't see him as a cardinal in the Vatican. It's just I'm like that's Stanley Tucci.
You want to
doesn't
see him
work.
competing with Meryl Streep
Yeah.
for the top title at the fashion
like
magazine?
you can definitely overcast a movie. Like I even like Mila Kunis in the new Knives Out. I'm like, that's Mila Kunis.
Right.
What are we doing here?
You
She's
agree
the
with this?
detective.
I'm not about Tucci, but there are movies where I'm like, there was one too many guys in this. Like you didn't need somebody this sort of notable to be
Right.
a minor character.
Yes, because I'm like, that's a very famous person who is online constantly. I don't buy it.
Do you think being online constantly is eventually a deal breaker for
Yeah.
seeing somebody in a movie? I
For
agree.
being a
Of
cardinal.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that way about if like that guy from what's the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni movie? What was that called?
It ends with us.
It Ends With
It Ends
Us.
With Us.
Yeah.
If I see that guy in any other movie,
Right.
I'm gonna be like, hey, the Blake Lively lawsuit guy.
Yeah.
Like he can't be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Like he actually probably should sue.
Yeah.
Because I won't be able to kind of emerge from that when I
Mhm.
see him.
Yeah. You can have too big of an online presence. It's why, like, Emma Stone and Jennifer Lawrence and Leo, none of those people do that because then you can believe them in a movie you're watching.
See, there's sometimes though that I think it works. Like, did you see Civil War?
No.
Okay. Well, there's Jesse Plemons in Civil War. It almost takes you out of it, but he's so good that it makes the scene even more significant.
Mm-hmm. I understand that where you're like, oh, wow, if an actor of this level's in this scene, it elevates the movie.
Yeah.
So there is a fine line.
What about when it's like Matt Damon in the last 20 minutes of Interstellar?
It's longer than that. I mean, he's,
Oh,
he's,
but
he's
when he
in like the
shows up,
second
I mean.
half of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. It's not,
I know some people who are distracted by that.
yeah, but I do believe that's a real thing. And you're like, oh, this is just like a very famous person, like in a costume right now.
I feel that way
The
a little
reverse of
bit
the
about
feeling
Hank
is-
Azaria.
The reverse feeling is when you go to a movie and you think somebody is going to be a major star and they get killed early in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Who,
The
what's
Sean Bean Award. Didn't that used to be an award?
the Sean Bean? I can't believe you
Died too early or
didn't
something?
make
Or
it?
No.
Right.
that might have been an earlier award.
Yeah.
I'm actually rewatching Game of Thrones in the sauna. It's great. Having a great time.
Are you preparing for Night of the Seven Kingdoms or you're just rewatching Game of Thrones? for
No,
fun?
it's just like it's good to be back with the gang.
How long can the iPad last in the sauna?
No, I put it outside. I put it outside the door in a chair.
and on subtitles
and
or
you
what?
have
No, I
Head-
just play really loudly.
through the door?
Yeah.
That's exactly how Benioff
Isn't
and
it all
Weiss intended.
fogged up?
No, because it's outside. It's an infrared sauna.
Okay. Wow.
It's great. It can last like about 25, 30 minutes. So watching Game of Thrones, it's great because it's so hot that everything's going so slow because you're just thinking about how you might be dying.
Yeah.
So you can actually listen to the dialogue. So I actually feel like I know the characters.
So you're
better.
like getting into it this time.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, oh yeah, oh hey,
Of course.
King
Yeah.
Robert Baratheon. Oh yeah.
Are you gonna remix some of those categories now?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably. There's a couple that probably need to go, right?
Yeah.
From last year that I think.
But are most
don't-
of these going to be added as possible flexes?
Yeah, well, I think the two that I think we have to add are the watch party one and the 100 minutes one.
And also
I like the Horlbeck scale.
we have to add the anti-life lesson or
and the
terrible
anti-life
life.
lesson.
That's
Those are the
good.
three that go in, and then I think we have some more flexes. The other thing we really need, people could suggest, is more people to do impressions of for the Wayne Jenkins spot. We need a new batch of blood.
Well, maybe we almost take it away and let it organically repopulate. You know, because we had like Romo and Collinsworth and Wayne and like a couple of guys. They were just like, they were our friends, you know? And now it's like we just need to restock the cabinet.
Definitely don't want to get rid of it anytime soon because I've been workshopping some Orlovsky and Riddick
Okay.
doing a scene of whatever movie we do. Just talking for 2 minutes straight on F1. Here's the thing about Brad Pitt, the way he's driving. I want you to watch him go around the corners. The kind of torque that this guy can get. Why do you seem uneasy with
Dan,
Orlovsky Riddick jokes?
I'm not. I love.
Did you watch that game? Or you were traveling that
I was
day?
traveling. I don't
You
watch
watched that game.
I know that
did.
you were upset by them talking.
I don't like 3-man boosts.
No, they're terrible.
I've been on that corner for a long, long time.
Are you Scott Hansen people? You guys like Scott Hansen? Do you watch Red Zone?
I do, but
You don't watch it or you don't like him?
I don't put the audio on it.
I'm turning on Hansen.
Are you?
Yeah. He's trying too hard. Once I saw the behind the scenes when it's just like him, like the guy in the Truman Show, like hovering over people's shoulders, screaming into their ears, like, walking around looking at 10 TVs. He tries really hard when he should just let the announcers of the actual game that they're cutting to take over.
I couldn't agree more.
I'm trying to remember. I recently was just.
He always tries to come in with like a pun. He's
Are
always
you
like,
into? How are you feeling about Brady?
It's been a rough times.
Really? Okay.
Brady and St. Bart's with the cell phone
No,
light
I
on
just
in his
mean, like,
pants,
with
hitting
Alex.
on Alex Earl.
Yeah.
It's
I just meant,
come
like,
on, dude.
Brady
He won
as
7 Super Bowls.
As a color guy. Better?
He's fine. I just think like Tirico and Collinsworth were so good on Sunday night.
come on, Brady is not good.
He's
Tirico
not-
was incredible.
So and then Buck and Aikman, same thing. And then you watch these other teams and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
We really dropped off here. I could talk about this all day. All right, Rewatchables. We'll come back with a movie next week. This was fun. Thanks for doing this. Chris Ryan, Craig Horlbeck, also the producer. Thanks to Gahao and Eduardo as well. Anyone else we want to thank?
I think that's it.
All right, that's good. See you next week in the Rewatchables.